So that was a woman that's not a fan of the show. I should have probably warned the kid to turn down the radio before we played that. But, well, anyway, lucky for us, Allie.
She's just crying in the car now.
I have a play date with Vanessa and I had to hear a woman yell at them. We did get a message from our favorite drinkers on the show, the Bud Light Bros, and they wanted to defend our honor. Not that we necessarily need that, but it's always nice to hear that some people understand that what the show is actually about.
What's up, Klein? It's the Bud Light Bros. Real quick, just want to say, F that lady. Yeah. The lady that said she ain't going to listen no more, man, we say good riddance. Clearly, she doesn't understand the comedic aspect of the show. As beaners ourselves, we understand the context.
What did they say? As beaners ourselves? Is that what they said?
You say it.
That says beers.
As beaners ourselves,
As beers.
we
We have formed into beers.
They have drank so much beer that they now identify as beer.
We are.
As beers
Bud Light.
ourselves. They really are. I mean, I bet you if they were to like break down their blood, it has got to be more beer than actual blood at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're drinking 34 Bud Lights each a day.
I think if they stopped at this point, they would die.
as beaners ourselves, we understand the context and got your backs 100%. By the way, Benny Juana sounds delicious. People need to remember.
That's Allie's impression of Benny Juana.
Oh.
People need to remember jokes are jokes.
Jokes are jokes. That's right. Jokes are jokes.
Anytime you guys go to live events and we're there, just know Bud Light Bros got your back.
All right.
Y'all don't need to worry because we've seen the security guards at most events, and they are smarter than us. Anyhow, hashtag grow the show.
Thank you.
Man, y'all already know. Bud Light Bros, it is what it is. We love you guys. For real, sweet divots.
Those guys drink
They have
a
so
lot.
many sign-offs.
They did so many. It's too many.
Need more
This
sign-off.
is what it is. You're
That
for
message-
life
that
and
message-
heart.
Next time, work this in, guys.
Yeah,
There you
figure
go.
that out. All right, come on.
Coming to us out of the sky,
World Famous KROQ.
the familiar voice of radio brings endless hours of
Klein Alley Show. Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, hell yeah. Good morning. Welcome to your, what is it today? Tuesday? Here we go. Klein Alley Show. Back in your ear holes where we belong. If that's not enough for you, well, you can check us out because we're streaming for your visual enjoyment up on KROQ's YouTube as we speak. It's a live interactive experience, and these numbers you'll need if you want to get involved in the show today and pretty much every day. 800-520-1067. Roll right off the tongue. Those numbers will get you tickets later on in the show today, and potentially, Allie, maybe this is the greatest thing of all. Eggs for a year, the greatest prize in the history of prizes.
You won't have them just for eating. You'll have them for decorating, for Easter, for throwing,
Yeah, oh yeah.
juggling.
You got neighbors that are pissing you off. You got eggs for ammunition eggs.
You could just walk around with an egg and just flex.
It's huge.
Just hold it up to people and go, look at this. It's not yours, is it?
You're going to be listening for the sweet sounds of a chicken with bird flu. It'll happen at any point during today's show. Could be in 5 minutes, could be in 2 hours. As soon as you hear these sweet sounds of what we believe a chicken with bird flu sounds like, which unfortunately is just clips Omar plays of us making weird noises.
Right.
Call us immediately at 800-520-1067.
Is Allie going to be giving terrible hints on the stream?
Yes, I am.
Easter eggs. If you want additional hints, you got to follow along visually on YouTube so you can get some Easter eggs.
Easter avocados.
Easter avocados.
As she did yesterday.
Those were eggs.
Her drawings
Looks
are
like
not
avocados.
great. Hey, listen, the person who won yesterday, I think, says that they were tipped off because they watched Allie's clips.
Avocado stream.
Allie's little stream that she's been doing. So lots of ways to get involved. Just keep listening or listen and watch or some combination of both, and maybe you leave the show today with eggs for an entire year, and people are very excited about that. You have no idea how excited people are. This guy needs these eggs, Allie.
Well, I hope I win these eggs for life because this eggplant that I got is not growing no eggs. I love the egg.
This guy's like Vanessa is with the hot dog. He loves the egg.
I love the eggs.
But he needs to win them from us, and I get it. They're very expensive. Although I did see yesterday the prices are starting to come down. I think we've somehow mushed the price of eggs. We did this contest
It's
because
like
we said...
the day we said
right,
we're doing it.
We've been trying to put this together for a month now as the prices have just been climbing and climbing and climbing. And finally, when we got ourselves the eggs to give away...
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And also, eggs for a year is great no matter what the price is.
So anyway, that'll be coming up later this morning. Of course, Festival Fever continues today at KROQ, and we got a decent festival to send you to, which we'll tell you all about as we get into today's show. It's going to be a good one. Our buddy, Mr. Bert Kreisher, the Machine, returns to KROQ. He's got a new comedy special that just dropped on Netflix called Lucky, and he wanted to hop on with us. We'll get into some Machine versus the Machine coming up later this morning right here on KROQ. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out. sick right now, but this is the fever you want. Later this morning, KROQ, and all day long, Festival Fever rolls on day 2. We get you into Just Like Heaven. What a lineup. It's happening Saturday, May 10th, Brookside, the Rose Bowl, Vampire Weekend, Empire of the Sun, Block Party, TV on the radio. The list goes on and on and on. This is the full festival lineup. You can see it, I'm sure, on KROQ socials, holding it up now on YouTube.
In black and white.
And we will get you into this poorly printed out photo of the festival lineup. Clearly, we are out of toner at KROQ yet again.
You know, you said that that everyone's sick right now, but I was thinking, when is everyone not sick right now?
That's a great point, but for some reason, it feels like since the new year started. Look, I know that some people were fighting it getting into the end of 2024, but
that was a rough patch. It was like 3 months of different illnesses.
But then after the fires all started in January, everyone started kind of going like, I don't know if I'm getting something, or maybe it's the air quality. And then it feels like ever since then, there's just been something, and everyone's just saying that same thing. There's something going around.
I'm so sick of something going around.
Something going around.
There's always something going around.
Yes, I know. But
when is someone like, that's weird?
Yeah, well,
why are you sick?
Listen,
no one else is sick.
I used to think because of the weather, for the most part in Southern California, when things were going around, they were going around other places. Like it felt like, oh yeah, I get it. Like there's flus and that stuff happening on the East Coast.
Right,
here,
but we're all outside at the beach, so we're not getting it.
Right. We have like decent immune systems, et cetera, and the weather is like at a good, nice, comfortable temperature. But for whatever reason,
because of all the juice bars, we've got all the immunity we need.
Right. Everyone's eating the $25 strawberries at Air One.
I can't get sick. I have an acai bowl.
Meanwhile, whatever's been going around, you're right, has been going around for a while, and I think it's morphed into, like, the amount of things I hear. Maybe it's just because you have kids, but they're like, oh yeah, that stomach bug, that's going around pretty hard right now.
I know.
Like,
oh, everyone's getting the flu. I'm like, hasn't everyone been getting the flu for the last? Yes. So everyone's just always getting the flu now.
I guess that's just what we can accept. We're always one day away from getting sick. But we were at a time in here where, if you remember, there was days in here where I think we went through a stretch.
We did.
Where every day something. I mean, even this morning, Johnny comes in. He's like, yo, got a box of tissues? We're like, God damn it, here it goes again. And Johnny's like, no, it's cool. I'm just eating sriracha. I'm like, Johnny, it's $5.50. He's like,
I'm Mexican, bro. It's in my blood. I got to add that sriracha to everything I eat.
There's nothing Mexican about sriracha, you idiot. Zero.
What's up, Omar?
There's zero Mexican about sriracha.
Guys.
Bro, sriracha's good on everything. It's got to go in my cup of noodles. It's got to go in my chorizo.
But what does that have to do with your ethnicity?
Because we like spicy food, bro. We love hot Cheetos. We love sriracha. We love salsa.
Guys, leave him alone. There's something going around.
Dumb is going around.
I don't want to catch the dumb. Ali, I know that you've been on you've been on a quest to start waking up in a more efficient way every day. Every day you've tried a new method to wake up better, faster, quicker. And people are calling, and we get so many suggestions because people have, just like you, they're going, I don't like this system of hitting snooze 14 times.
I didn't do it today, but I kept getting so nervous about the alarm coming because I knew I didn't have snooze opportunities. So I was up at 2, 2:30, 3, 3:30 going, it's going to go off. And when it goes off, I have to get up. I have 5 seconds. It stressed me out.
This guy left a message, which this is the first thing I thought of when you said that your system was all flawed because your wife yelled at you when the alarm went off, so you had to go switch to full vibrate mode. This guy makes the most obvious point of all. I can't believe we didn't talk about this yet.
Hey, Ellie, I have a legitimate wake-up tip for you. Just use your Apple Watch. Wear it to sleep. Set an alarm. Set it to vibrate only. Katie will be happy and it'll wake you up for sure. And you want to know how I know you have an Apple Watch? Because I see it every time I pull up the podcast. I see that photo of you and Klein where your neck is insanely long. Oh. And you just so happen to roll up your flannel to expose that you have Apple Watch money. And it's plain to see.
Oh, wow.
So try it out, Allie. I think it'll work for you. Bye.
Yeah, why haven't you tried that method yet? Would you just put that thing on vibrate?
I've tried it, and my Apple Watch, because, spoiler, I do not have a new Apple Watch. I have a refurbished Apple Watch that is technically a piece of crap and doesn't have a very good battery. So I cannot sleep with it because then during the day it will not work.
Oh, really?
You bought a refurbished Apple Watch?
I bought a previously loved Apple Watch.
That is shocking. The one thing about electronics I know is you never buy refurbished.
Oh, Allie loves Allie's favorite word is refurbished.
Oh,
wow.
Favorite
Say
word.
it again.
That turns her on. Refurbished.
Yes.
And she does use all
like
this.
new.
She does say all this. She knows every possible flowery term for something that's used, because obviously the reality is it's used. It's someone else's junk. But Allie will say, previously loved.
Did she buy refurbished tires too this morning?
Almost new.
No, I got new tires. I just happened to get a flat on the way here. But
Yeah.
they're going to refurbish the tire.
She got a very refurbished car, though, that she's driving right now.
I sure did.
A decade of refurbishment in that car before she took it over.
Yes, and then I went to REI yesterday, and they said you can get new stuff, outlet stuff, or there's a resupply section in the back.
Resupply?
Yep.
I've never even heard that
new
term
section.
before.
I know, and it changed my life.
Oh, wow.
Refurbish and resupply. That's me.
We got this is not going to be good for Allie, but we have a brand new show to share with you today. $100 of Allie's money. Almost freaked her out there. $100 of Allie's money is up for grabs. If you want it, call us now, 800-520-1067. We'll be right back. Little round of Allie Knows the News. Dodgers with the first game of the season. We'll talk about that and so much more after this quick break on KROQ.
It's KROQ Festival Fever. We're hooking you up with tickets to a different music festival every day this week. I got a fever all day today. Listen at 9, noon, 3, and 6 to win your way into
Just Like Heaven, May 10th, Brookside at the Rose Bowl.
Featuring Vampire Weekend, the return of Rilo Kiley, Empire of the Sun, Block Party, Group Love, and more.
We are always running for the thrill of it.
Courtesy of Golden Voice.
It's KROQ Festival Fever.
Keep listening to win.
Yesterday, I almost got to experience something that I've always wanted to do. And I've told you on the show many times, this would be one of my goals. Every year, it's been my goal to do this thing. And yesterday, I came the closest I've ever come to accomplishing that goal.
Is it the armored bank heist that you always wanted?
Eating a whole pizza in one sitting?
I've done that many times. Nothing I'm proud of, but I've done it many times. And no, Omar, I did not steal or break in or try to rob from an armored car.
That's exactly what somebody who did that would say today.
Right. Well, I wish I could have. I see them all the time, especially outside this building, and they do seem unattended. Yeah. I've always thought about it.
Is that why you have on that fancy leather coat?
That's right. That's my. That's
you
my
bought it with your winnings.
It's my Robin coat. I yesterday was very close to doing my first ever citizen's arrest.
What?
Because I got a text in the middle of the day that an active break-in was happening 3 blocks from my house. And this is part of the whole neighborhood watch thing that has been started because of all of the break-ins that have been happening pretty much all over Southern California. I mean, they've just been happening all over the place, and people don't seem to care anymore. Like, at least back in the day, they'd be like, well, we'll wait till they're out of town for the weekend, then we'll rob them. Now they're just going, they went and walked the dog for 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and smash a window, break in, grab
day,
some
night,
stuff.
doesn't matter.
2 o'clock afternoon, middle of the day. By the way, beautiful day, too. I'm not saying if I'm going to rob houses, I start thinking to myself, is today the kind of day that more people would be out walking around, perhaps because it's nice outside? Maybe you wait till there's, I don't know, weather drops to the 70s here. At least some people, don't want to go out, but maybe that's their thought. Maybe their plan is people are probably outside enjoying the sun. Now's a good time to break in.
Or do they feel like us, where we was like, we should go to the beach. They're like, we should rob. It's such a nice day.
Such a nice day for robbing. So I get this text that I'm on. There's like hundreds of people on this text chain, but it basically says there is a break-in in progress right now. Police have been notified, but as you know, the response time, not very quick.
Jesus.
And so it became, are any neighbors nearby that can go scope the situation? I was so bummed out because I wasn't home, but I was in the canyon making my way back. And I was thinking to myself, God, if only this guy, because I know the way that these guys operate is they're in and out of places in like 5 minutes or less.
And even if there's cameras, it doesn't help anything, really.
Doesn't really help. Usually you just have cameras. Now, what this person did, because the footage was released after the fact, they wore a vest as if they were a Amazon delivery driver. They had the full Amazon delivery driver outfit, walked up with an empty box to the front door, knocked on the door a few times, no one answers. Then they kind of put the box down. Then that's when they decided to walk around the side of the house, smash a window, go in, grab a bunch of stuff, and leave.
So it's just one person?
This time, well, it's all in the video I saw, it was just one person.
Wow.
And apparently after the fact,
what does that say about you, that you can't even get one person to help you?
To help you rob. Yeah, I know. You'd think, like, at least you could find a friend that wants to go robbing with you.
Yeah, like even these crime rings that are like getting arrested, they're like, I love my bros.
But maybe there was another friend that was on lookout, or maybe there was another friend that was in the drive. Because they did have a car parked outside.
What was your plan if you arrived? How were you going to stop the break-in?
I was so frustrated and annoyed because I was in the canyon, but I was responding saying, I can be there in like 11 minutes. And everyone's going like, is there anyone closer? And I think there were definitely people closer that were too pussy to go and do anything. So I was like, my plan, I'll tell you, Allie, I had 2 plans. I don't have any weapons on me, but I
Except
do.
for your hands.
Except for my hands.
Oh, yeah.
These are very
You
dangerous.
can mush those right into someone's face.
Lethal weapons.
Get hairy knuckles right in the face. Nothing grosser than that, you know?
Just choke on your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go.
No, the plan was I was going to try to box in whatever the escape vehicle was, so the escape vehicle couldn't move. That was the plan.
Well, you can only box in one. How do you box somebody in on what if they can just go the other way?
When they move, I move. Move.
What?
You know, you try to. Yeah,
It's like that dance.
Yeah, the little dance. They try to pull up.
You move, I move.
I box them in. I box in. That was the
Just like
idea.
that?
I was going to
Just
box
like
them
that.
in. That was the plan was to just slow down. I was actually going to slash tires and box in.
How are you going to slash tires with no weapons?
I didn't
With those
think.
hands.
I didn't think that through.
You're going to
My
punch
hairy
the
hands.
tires with your hands.
Karate chop. Oh, that didn't
Kick
work.
it.
But I got there at exactly, let's just call it, I don't know, 3 minutes after the perp left the scene. And they were
Wow,
gone.
what a story.
And
Wait, where's the close to being the citizens arrest thing?
Well,
you're very far from
No.
doing
Seems like
anything
you
like
just
that.
showed up after a house got broken into and
Yeah.
then went on your way.
3 minutes away, guys. 3 minutes from a citizen's arrest. 3 minutes.
But you wouldn't have been able to citizens arrest anybody with no weapons or defense or anything.
Of
You think he
course.
would have listened to you? He would have just run away.
No. Not if you say citizen's arrest.
You can't.
Okay,
What
it
is
doesn't
this
work
tag?
that way, man.
You're it.
Yeah.
My rules.
Citizen's arrest.
This is not a home base anymore.
Citizen's arrest. And I was ready. I had like a whole thing ready to go.
You
and
couldn't have
A whole
tackled
thing?
somebody like that.
I wasn't going to tackle, Allie. That's.
What if he would have pulled out a gun on you?
Well, then he wins. I mean, then I realized.
Take backsies.
Yeah. All right. Citizen's arrest
Not
on hold for now. Yeah, I mean, I was, listen.
Even the plan that you're formulating in your head for when you arrive has so many holes in it. Like to be able to trap somebody from leaving a street that has 2 directions. Usually, when the cops are trapping people, they've got them caught on both ends, so they
Right.
can't go anywhere.
Well,
Unless you're smashing into the vehicle, and then you're going to get a tremendous amount of car damage.
I did think of smash. That was my first thought, Omar, was I was just smashing. I'll wait, and then I'll smash in the vehicle. But then you run the risk. You smash in the vehicle. My car gets destroyed, and his car. You see this all the time. Cars crash. One car drives off fine. The other one's like can't move.
Well,
So
you got Sweet James.
it's Sweet James. It's Sweet James. But the adrenaline I felt as I was driving over the canyon, ready to make this citizen's arrest, was really
Is that
intense.
the same adrenaline you felt when you saw that statue dog and you were going to save it?
No, because
Statue dog.
I didn't know until I went up to it that it was it was not a statue. It was an art installation. First of all,
Okay.
It's not a statue of a dog. It was an art
What's the
installation.
difference?
The difference
Yes, explain the difference.
is a statue. I think is there forever, and an art installation is temporary. I think because it's not there anymore.
Statue is a famous dog.
Yeah, so-
Installation is just random dog.
But then
You're a hero. You're right.
I did talk to one of the officers that got to the scene after the fact and told him
And I saw nothing.
told him my plan. He did ask
So is that why you're wearing that leather coat? Because you feel tough today?
my tough guy coat.
Don't you mess with me.
I have a bicycle over here.
You know, it's funny because I was
I want to
thinking.
give you a noogie.
Yes. Yes.
Is that your bullion coat?
Hey, look at
I'm
I can
only,
tell by the zippers.
I'm only,
a lot of them zippers.
I'm only wearing my tough guy clothes from now on. You never know when you got to be ready to do the
I keep my
citizen's
note
arrest.
knife in here.
That's right. Got my slingshot, and I'll pull it out if I need
This is
to.
a comb.
Well, anyway, just another hero.
Well, we're all in awe of you.
Yeah, our eyes are on you, you perps. To make you $100 richer every morning right around this time if you've been paying attention to what's going on in the world, or perhaps you learn something and get paid in the process. Allie knows the news. If you want in, the number is always 800-520-1067. And there's new theme songs every single day inspired by things that happen on the show that people feel they need to write and record on the GOAT line. If you're inspired, that number is 844-956-GOAT.
She's gonna kill your dog 'cause pussy's what she chews. Let's find out if Allie knows the news. God, what have you done?
All right, relax with that.
Big pony girl.
That was based on a story Allie did tell us on Friday in the Box of Shame that she one time attempted to not necessarily kill her in-law's dog, but she didn't.
I didn't do anything to prevent an issue.
She just left chocolate very low, hoping that the annoying dog would potentially eat the chocolate and it would take care of itself.
It wasn't just chocolate.
Well,
there's all kinds of things that it was.
Terrible person you are.
Yeah.
You should feel bad about yourself.
I do feel bad. I do. But I really thought somebody out there would be like, I relate.
Hey, Jules on KROQ. Good morning. Hello, Jules.
Yeah.
Hey, what's
hear
up?
Me?
Yeah, now we got you. What's up? Welcome to KROQ.
Yeah, I'm driving to LA. I overslept. Now I have to lie and tell them, wait, wasn't my call time 9 a.m.? I live in Palm Springs.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, you drive from Palm Springs every day?
Well, I don't work in LA every day. Today it is. I do background extra work in movies and TV shows. A lot of times they shoot out in Palm Springs, say in Bernardino, wherever. So today I have to go to LA and again overslept.
Yeah,
Okay,
you sound all frazzled. I understand why they. I understand.
You
how they
sound
want it.
super fun backstage.
I understand why they give her no lines in the shows. You've got to stay in the background. All right.
Wait.
Yes.
There's there more?
March 6th, 2014, I was struck by a truck as a pedestrian. I had to relearn reading, writing, communication.
Well, you figured it out.
I think you overlearned.
Can we call that truck back?
Can we give that truck a redo? I'm just saying. All right, listen. Hey, Jules.
Snap your fingers
Yes.
while you get oxygen to your brain. That makes the neurons fire all the way up from your fingers to your brain.
Well, snap 'em.
The doctors don't tell you that.
Gets us snapping.
Unless you don't have money.
Oh, yeah.
How many times has this story been told over craft services? So many.
Jules!
Come back, Jules!
Oh, she's there.
Are you ready?
Jules, we're going to give you a chance. I don't know why. I should cut bait right now, but we're going to give you a chance.
This is how we roll.
We're going to give
Allie
you.
knows nothing today.
All right, Allie knows nothing. I love that trash talk. This woman almost died, hit by a truck. Learned how to if she wins, Allie knows the news. This would be like one of those stories where usually her character is played by Cuba Gooding Jr. and it's a Disney feel-good. She's leaving. Allie's out the studio. Hold on, Jules. Your 5 questions. Oh, she's still going. Unbelievable. Your round of Allie knows the news, Jules, starts right now. Hit it.
Okay.
Allie knows the news.
The Dodgers had an opening day win. In what country did the Dodgers win their first game of the season in?
Holy moly, Korea. I don't remember.
Question number 2.
I hate baseball.
Lead singer of this rock band was just arrested in Torrance. Not his first run-in with the law. Which band's lead singer was just arrested in Torrance?
I don't know, but it's, what's his name, with all the tattoos?
That's not
Shoot
really.
a monkey.
Shoot a monkey. Question number 3. The production company behind movies like The Matrix and Ocean's 11 is making news for what reason?
Because George Clooney owns it.
Question 4. This SNL alumni was taken out of Madison Square Garden on a stretcher after vomiting on the court.
It's not Maya Rudolph. Shoot a monkey. Okay, I don't know.
I don't know what the shoot a monkey thing is, but you seem to go to it as your go-to answer for all
It's
things.
a polite way to say S-H-I-T.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Got it. You're trying to swear on the radio. Fair enough. We will accept that. And finally, there's breaking news with the astronauts that have been stuck in the space station for many, many, many months. What is the breaking news about those astronauts?
Oh, they were able to get one of them off the station and come home.
All right. Let's bring Allie back in. Allie, you're battling Jules. Jules thought she wasn't going to make it. Hit by a truck.
I was hit by a car.
Jake was hit by a
It was
car.
on the beach, mind
No,
you.
Allie was.
Yeah, everyone's
No, it was a truck.
been hit by something here, but for some reason, Jules relearned communication way more than she needed to.
Hello. I'm back.
Allie's back. Here we go. Question.
Hi, Allie.
Hi.
You know what? I hope you fare better than I did.
All right.
Oh, wait,
In
I
life
don't want
or
you to-
in the game?
I'm going to turn your mic down a little bit, Jules. I'm sorry. No offense, but you're very verbose. Question number 1. Allie, the Dodgers had an opening day game win. Which country did this game take place in?
Oh, Japan.
That is correct. She said Korea, so she's wrong. Allie gets the point.
That would make no
Congratulations.
sense if they were in Korea.
It would make 0 sense. We go to question number 2. Lead singer of this rock band was arrested in Torrance. On his first run with the law.
Yeah, puddle of mud.
That is correct. That guy loves getting arrested. She did not get that right. Allie's up 2-0 against Jules. It's okay, Jules. You beat a truck, so it doesn't really. If you beat Allie, it's really second compared to you
What are
beating
you
that
saying?
truck. Just saying. She's handled large
She's about to
things.
beat another one?
Yeah, she's about to beat another truck. All right, calm down. Question 3. The production company behind movies like The Matrix and Ocean's 11 is making news for what reason?
Oh, he's bankrupt.
Declared bankruptcy. I think they're blaming streaming for some reason, but there's bankruptcy.
Like, how many years later?
I don't know, but I mean, you would have thought they would have made just so many millions of dollars with those movies.
Well, even just the reuse of scenes from that movie, and I mean, I would imagine that just from royalties alone, you'd probably be okay.
It's crazy when you think about bankruptcy and you think about, whatever that Joanne's Fabrics and Red Lobster, and you're like, and the production company behind The Matrix and Ocean's 11. Oh man, it's hitting everyone. All right, that's correct. Allie's up. Allie's got 3 in a row right, and she's no genius. So I don't know what that says about you, Jules. But we go to question number 4.
I'm special needs. I'm special.
Okay, I have no comment on that. This
I even got a dog.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
She's a weenie. She's a weenie.
She's got a weenie dog. Question 4. This SNL alum was taken out of MSG on a stretcher after vomiting on the court.
Oh, Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Hope he's all right, man. Yeah, she didn't get that one either, but Allie got the point. Allie did beat you hard. Final question. Breaking news about those astronauts that were stuck at the space station. What is the breaking news?
They have undocked.
They are heading back to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct. I'll give her the point on that. She kind of said something in that range. All right,
You gave her the questions before.
Jules, I'm gonna give you one more chance to say something, and then we're gonna part ways and hopefully never speak again. But what must you shamefully admit over the airwaves of KROQ? Go ahead.
The polite joke of the day is dog is God spelled backwards. Why? Because God wants everyone to have a dog, not A-T-A-C.
Okay, again, and boom. Tell it again, Jules.
Cat.
Worst caller of the day.
No, she's nice. She's trying so hard. All right.
Guys, she has a dog.
Man.
Shoot that dog or the monkey, whatever.
Relax.
I don't know.
Jules. She did not win this round of Allie Knows the News, but she's winning life.
Turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
Rock Klein Alley show. Yesterday, I got caught in a weird downpour, and I think I did the absolute worst possible thing I could have done in that moment. And I'm not good at, I don't have an umbrella. I ordered, when we were getting all that rain last week,
I thought you were supposed to get it on Saturday.
Yeah, I ordered a
you canceled it like a dumbass.
Yeah, I ordered
because you thought rain doesn't exist anymore.
No, here's what happened. We were supposed to get 4 days. We were supposed to get an atmospheric river of rain last week, and some days we got it, and some days we didn't. I don't have any umbrella. I got nothing. I don't have one because what's the point? I think I moved to L.A., I don't know, in 2006, and left all my umbrellas on the East Coast.
Also, for the most part, though, you still don't need an umbrella.
Right, and even if you have an umbrella, when you actually have it when you need it, when you actually have it with you, you're not one of these people. I'm not some English gentleman who's walking around swinging an umbrella wherever I go, hoping
you are a fancy boy.
Fancy boy.
Now, you know what? You're right. I should get a swinging umbrella.
You would definitely use it as a cane too.
Oh, that's cool. I love that move right
Cane
there.
umbrella.
You limp a lot.
And then people pick up stuff with it like a donut, and then they eat it.
And stab it.
So I ordered. My wife's like, "We need an umbrella. This is crazy. We don't have one. We got a kid. We got to walk the dog. It's just stupid. We're going around."
Wait, your kids don't have one either? I thought you personally didn't have one, but your family did. Do you not take care of your family? What are you doing?
They have little kid umbrellas, but
that's all you need.
But I don't even know where they are. I think they've lost them or they're broken or something. We got zero. As a family, I think we currently have a half of an umbrella.
Kid umbrellas do break in half a day.
They do.
They are extremely cheap.
The worst. So I ordered, and I don't know how I picked the one thing on Amazon that wasn't there the next day because I got it said, your umbrella will arrive, and it was the day after all the rain was supposed to move on. So I said, what's the point of even having this stupid umbrella?
So did you return it or you canceled
have you heard the expression, save it for a rainy day?
No.
Well, let Jules tell you about it.
Yeah, get Jules break that. Jules, break that down for me. I just said, I don't need it anymore. Cancel the thing. Canceled. And they moved the ship date a few times anyway, so I don't know where this was coming from, but I said, forget it. And then yesterday, I'm leaving Costco. I got my cart full of stuff. I'm pushing all the way to the furthest spot in the whole parking lot because that's just unfortunately the nature of Costco these days.
Middle of the day, you couldn't get a good parking spot?
Middle of the day, no good parking spot.
On a Monday? Wow.
Actually, not only that, Ellie, I'm so far away that I'm in a spot that's actually spray painted, not for Costco, because I'm so far away, I'm outside of all the Costco spots, and now I'm into the...
Oh, you're in the TJ Maxx area?
I'm in...
so demoralizing.
I'm into the Staples spots. That's
Staples.
how far I am.
And there's plenty of parking there.
So I'm all the way there, and then all of a sudden, the sky opens up, and it's just it was weird, middle of the day, just this downpour hit.
Yeah, and I go at my practice yesterday.
And I said, what's my option now? Because do I push like a pussy, rush all the way back into the store? Because I saw a lot of people were hiding under, people that...
Oh, that big overhang where the carts are?
A lot of people hanging out there.
Yeah.
Which would have been great for me to give some good shops out to people just standing around loitering. But I'm already now kind of committed. I'm all the way to my car, but the loading into the car is not an easy process.
Well, and did you get boxes? Because those are going to get wet.
I didn't. I don't box up.
You don't box up?
No, I don't box.
You're a master of the loading.
You're absolutely right, Omar. I'm a master of the loading, although this was an unplanned, unsanctioned Costco trip. So as a result...
What kind of rules do you have, man?
The back of my car was...
You just went to Costco, dude.
Yeah, I know, but it was I didn't plan for it accordingly.
Unsanctioned?
It was unsanctioned, Omar.
It was an unsanctioned trip.
I misunderstood.
Yeah, I said unsanctioned, Omar. Listen up, okay? So as a result, the back of my car was already full. I had all sorts of stuff in there. My whole,
can't possibly move that out of the way.
Couldn't. Didn't know where to put it.
Really?
Nowhere to put. I had my back seat was...
this has nothing to do with the rain. That's just you being an idiot.
It does have to do with the rain because as I open, usually I would open and just throw everything, and I couldn't do my...
The rain was unsanctioned, Allie.
You're right, Jake. I stand corrected. Everything about this was unsanctioned.
Unsanctioned. So now I'm going, I guess I got to just try to unload quick, but things are getting drenched. And things like, food items that I've already opened because I have no self-restraint.
Things like semi-sweet chocolate chewy bars.
Yeah, they're getting destroyed. So what should I have done then? Rush back in?
I mean...
I have no choice at that point.
You have no choice. Yeah, you're not just going to hang out under the overhang like a pussy.
That's what I said.
And you're just going to be... You don't know how long you're going to be there. You could be there for 5 minutes. You could be there for a half an hour. It's just silly to wait for the rain to pass. But... The thing is, you have to master not only the rain run, but the rain run with cart
It's a whole different
and
thing.
rain run with heavy Costco cart.
Right, heavy and cart with stuff that's in there getting, stuff that you don't want soggy and destroyed.
You already have to put your back into it when you're pushing that cart, and you got to do that even more. Did you even have a jacket or something that you could have protected your cart items?
Stupid green T-shirt, celebrate St. Patty's Day.
Oh, that same green T-shirt.
Same green T-shirt. Yeah, I told you, unsanctioned. I didn't have proper attire. I didn't plan for anything.
You sell raincoats at Costco?
I should have gone back. Probably sell umbrellas.
That's a great idea. You could have probably gone in and gotten an umbrella, one of those giant, massive yard ones.
That's what I should have done.
With the sandbags.
Yeah, that would have been a great move. Should have bought one of those tents, pop-up tents. Just carried it out over my cart.
That would be great.
I shouldn't go out in society. I think that's what I've learned.
Yeah, just stay home.
Lock myself in. This is Lola Young. It's Messy on KROQ. Hour here at KROQ is going to be very exciting. Our buddy Bert Kreisher, the Machine, returns to hang out, talk his new special on Netflix, and a little round of Machine versus the Machine. Can Bert Kreisher, the original Machine, take on AI technology to answer the questions that we all wonder? We'll get into that. Also, when you least expect it, you'll hear the chicken with bird flu. It could sound something like this. I don't know what it will sound like today, but when you hear the chicken with bird flu, it is your cue to call us at 800-520-1067. Caller 12 will get a dozen eggs, the most valuable prize on the planet, and be one step closer to winning eggs for an entire year. And this is, I think, the greatest thing we've ever given away to the general public. And we've got tickets to festivals all over the place, concerts, backstage action, Disneyland. But this is eggs for a year. Street value could be over $1 million.
Oh, I know. I mean, if you go to Denny's and they're doing an egg surcharge, you know things are bad, and you should be able to get those eggs free at home.
Yeah, courtesy of our friends at Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. You'll get your eggs for a year. Here's what the chicken with bird flu could sound like. Omar's got a lot.
You're a pink pony girl.
That's not it.
That's not not it.
That's not a chicken with bird flu.
Wait, but if I play it right now, people are going to call.
No, don't play that. No, this is just, I'm giving a tease for people that are new, that are not familiar with what we're doing, because we just kicked this off yesterday. This is an example of what it could sound like, a chicken with bird flu. Please, please, please.
There you go, like that.
That's not it either.
No?
Well, when you hear the sweet sounds of a chicken with bird flu, girl. That's way worse than bird flu. I don't know what that is. You'll call us up and you get That's not it either. That's not that could be it. Okay. We don't know what a chicken with bird flu sounds like. We're not vets here, but if you do hear the sound of what sounds like a chicken with bird flu, call us. It'll happen when you least expect it. You could get eggs for a year. Back in a moment with your news and more show next.
Klein Alley Show.
Being called gross is not fun. No one wants to, even if you know that you do gross things. Because I'm convinced when you're by yourself, everybody does a few gross things by themselves when no one's watching because they think they're by themselves. It's their own shame.
I mean, that's when you start picking at your body.
You pick, you smell, you sniff.
Yeah, if things fall on the floor, you eat them still.
But then there is public gross. Public gross is no good. And we believe that there are two people on the show that are both going to be competing for the title that no one really wants, which is grossest on the show. It's time for the gross off. In this corner, he has a sweating problem that we know about. He walks around with paper towels under his armpits because deodorant can't even help him.
I have social anxiety.
I haven't said it's you yet, Jake. Let me finish the introduction.
Could be me.
It's Jake.
Here's Jake.
He's also got some sort of a digestive issue, which he has.
Ulcerative colitis.
He has a car.
Digestive. It's an autoimmune disease.
He's a car. All right, Jake wins. Let's get up. The contest is over.
Come on, Klein. Why are we doing this?
And then in the other corner, we have a person that has multiple times eaten stuff out of the garbage because it was thrown out accidentally, doesn't care about expiration dates, and has had multiple rashes, including pink eye, to the point where she earned the nickname Diclops, the lesbian Cyclops, because one of her eyes was swollen shut with crust.
Which has happened multiple times since. But
I just want to hear all the times Omar gags in his own mouth during this competition. So this is going to be a real battle of gross. I'm just letting you know.
Not to make it even worse for myself, but I've also earned nicknames like Poogers and the Onion Queen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. That'll come up at some point during the quiz.
And she eats on the toilet, too.
She eats on the toilet.
Nasty.
I'm multitasking.
And she shares a toothbrush with her wife.
To be fair,
and
I
apparently
finished,
dental floss at one point they shared.
That was one time.
Doesn't matter.
She never flosses.
Okay. All right.
Moving on. Jesus Christ.
Allie's the winner. All right. Let's go. Move on.
You just keep describing each person.
I haven't even gotten to the quiz yet. I mean, we're just in the goddamn intro, and I'm nauseated right now.
Yeah. Well, yesterday I was sitting there writing my show email in the same clothes I had exercised in while not showering and sitting on a fabric chair going, maybe I should just own it.
Oh, my God.
Jake and Allie, write down your answers to these questions, and we'll go through this quickly, and then we'll have a palate-cleansing song, which I think we'll all need at that point. And apologies if you're eating during this, or if you've already had a rough week because of the fires, and who hasn't. I'm sorry to make your week even rougher. Maybe someone will listen to this and go, you know what? Could be worse. I could be Allie or Jake. Question number 1. If you drop food on the ground, how likely are you to still eat it?
Can you explain one of the food examples?
And what ground?
Yeah.
See, these are both questions asked by gross people.
They're important questions. Is it my own kitchen floor or is it an outside
You can answer
area?
this as a general, but if you'd like to go ahead and clarify, I think all of you are going to answer grossly, but you're going to defend your grossness because that's what gross people do. So go ahead and write down I'm just in general now. Go ahead. It is a random sampling of grounds and foods. Is it a shish kebab? Is it a field?
All right.
Is it a bathroom floor? Allie, if you're eating on the toilet and something slips out and falls on the floor, are you still eating it? Just answer the question. How?
It depends
I will tell you
on
right,
the floor.
I will
Is
tell
it a gas station bathroom floor or my bathroom?
Guys, I will, without asking any of
if
these
it's the KROQ
questions.
floor, no way.
Okay.
Right?
I'm going to say.
No, if it's the KROQ floor, 10 seconds.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Guys, this is just question 1, please.
Okay.
If you drop food on the ground, how likely are you to still eat it? And please, you're more than welcome to take this quiz yourself. You're sitting in traffic right now. Whatever. Answer, let's see how you would have done. Are you grosser than Jake or Allie? Probably not. Question 2. How often do you wash your hands after going to the bathroom?
Again, this completely depends on where you are.
No, it should not.
No,
it should not, Allie. How often do you wash your hands after going to the bathroom?
Jake, come on. You know what I mean.
Huh?
Allie's going to get a perfect score on the gross quiz.
All right.
323 said the gross off is more exciting than the upcoming NFL playoffs. Didn't Allie admit yesterday she had crabs? Yes, she
I didn't
did.
say I had crabs. I said if you had crabs, you could shave them off.
Jake is not
Keep
gross.
up, keep
He's
up.
handicapped. Someone pointed out. Thank you.
Disabled.
Question number 3. What is the most amount of days in a row you've worn the same underwear? The most amount of days in a row. Why are you humming? What, the most amount of days in a row you've worn the same underwear?
Camping or not camping?
Allie, just answer the goddamn question. Question 4. What do you feel your weakest personal hygiene practice is? Something that you even know you're not proud of. Could be better. What do you think it is? Write it down. Jake, write it down, Allie.
Can you repeat the question?
What do you feel your weakest personal hygiene practice is? If you're just joining us, welcome to the Gross Off. Allie and Jake have fast-forwarded to the finals.
Can you define hygiene for Allie? I don't think she knows what that is.
That's a fair thing, Omar. Can I please? Is it personal hygiene or just hygiene?
Synonyms include cleanliness and just all around not being disgusting. Question 5. If you don't have a toothbrush handy, but need to brush your teeth, what would you do?
Okay.
Or what have you done?
The toothbrush is what's missing?
In this particular example, yes.
Okay.
Question number 6. How many showers or baths do you take weekly? Question
depends on what the week is like.
7. When is the last time you felt gross? Please be specific. The last time you felt gross. Because I think the problem with gross people is a lot of times they don't actually realize how gross they're being. And now this is the lightning round of the gross off. So these are going to be rapid fire questions. And this will be if we need to do a tiebreaker, okay? Do you eat crumbs off the table directly or off your own lap? Yes or no?
Oh, wait, say that again?
Crumbs for food you're eating. Off your lap, if they fall into your lap, or onto the table directly that you're eating off
Did
of.
I pay for the meal or did someone buy it for me?
Should not goddamn matter, Allie, at all. Go to question 2. Do you ever turn your own clothing inside out to re-wear it before washing it? Question 3. Have you ever smelled a dirty towel, smelled to see if it was dirty, realized it was, but still used it? Question 4. Pretended to wash your hands after bathroom to not appear gross.
All right. I know that's directed at me, and I did not do that. There was a time where a woman was pooping in the bathroom, and I did run the water.
We're not doing the answers yet. Question. Have you ever eaten something that you found between your car seats?
Is it wrapped?
That's a great question. Is it hard?
In this particular case, it's unwrapped.
Okay.
And then have you ever eaten food that had mold on it, around the mold? And this is
just ridiculous. You're out to get me. This is BS.
I'm not out to get you.
Yeah, because there have been studies saying you can cut off the mold and it's fine.
And finally, something that other people would, agree is gross that you'd like to defend. We'll give you an opportunity to defend something. Okay. We'll come back with the answers. This is the Gross Off. It's a very, very intense look into your own grossness. The results after this, place your bets on KROQ. get to your ADD news, and we kick off a brand new hour of the show, a show complete with our good buddy, Mr. Bert Kreisher, the Machine, joining us to talk about his new special, Lucky, on Netflix, which I think dropped today or yesterday or something. It's out now, so you can enjoy that. Better yet, listen to the man talk about it. He'll be on with us in moments. Then we start giving you things all show long, including Festival Fever, your chance to get into the best festivals happening in Southern California and beyond. That'll be happening later this morning and all day here at KROQ. But right now, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, a lot of drinking happened yesterday for St. Patrick's Day, which means a lot of arrests happened as well. Here in L.A., they were conducting shoulder taps, which basically means they have an underage person standing outside of a liquor store asking other people to buy them booze because they're too young to buy it themselves.
That was just Vanessa. That was confusing.
She would be the perfect person for that.
She would be great. I've told her she could have so many side hustles on that to catch
21 Jump Street style, right?
All that stuff. To catch a predator, standing outside the liquor store.
You can make so much money.
The cigarette thing, all of the time.
Cigarette.
But then you got to be a narc, and that's the problem, because every once in a while, I remember.
Vanessa's totally narc quality.
Yeah, but Vanessa can't keep a secret. Yeah, she is.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I'm definitely under 21 and you buy me some beer.
That's exactly what I would have done.
So anyway, they were able to make a lot of arrests. They mainly issued citations, but they were able to make some arrests because they figured out that the people who were buying them alcohol were drunk themselves and about to get into a car after buying them booze. So that was not good. And then,
isn't that some sort of entrapment, though?
I think you have to ask the kid if they're a cop or something. And the kid has to tell you, like, I'm not a cop.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I'm not a cop.
I'm definitely not a cop.
I just remember being in high school so many times and standing outside of places and just looking at the people walking up going, does this guy seem cool enough that he'd do this for us?
Yeah,
you know, and then they would usually...
You have to suss him up.
Yeah, and then eventually you'd convince at the time, at least, we try to convince a bum or someone like that, and the deal was always like, you buy us some 40s and you can get one for yourself.
And
it was
always
like,
40s, right?
Yeah, they're like, deal! That's how that negotiation went every time.
That would be great if that's how it ended for Vanessa.
Yeah, I know.
I guess I'll drink this now.
Yeah.
So they also made a bunch of arrests in Boston where the biggest celebrations take place. And not only did they make arrests, they shared a photo of all of the Borgs they confiscated. Remember Borgs?
Oh, Borgs are back, baby.
Borgs are back. Look at this picture.
That's a lot of confiscated Borgs.
Of all of these giant milk jugs that have been turned into various vodka cocktails. So that was the main thing that they confiscated. But also at the Dropkick Murphys show, which takes place every year in Boston, that ended in swearing. It ended in the lead singer cussing a guy out because he couldn't stop waving his Trump hat during the show. And here's the lead singer of Dropkick Murphys talking about Nazis.
I will ask everyone, if you're in a room full of people and you want to know who's in the cult, how do you know who's in the cult? They've been holding up a f***ing hat the whole night to represent a president. This is America. There's no kings here. Do you mind, sir? We're gonna play a song about our grandparents and people who fought Nazis in the war and you know. So if you could just shut the up for 5 minutes.
I feel like St. Patrick's Day is such a feel-good holiday. You know, people literally just want to have a good time.
Yep. It's kissing and pinching and drinking.
Yes, everyone is in the best mood. Like, we went to a pub that had, green beer and all that stuff, and everyone is just happy. It's hard to not have a good time on St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
But there's always got to be one a-hole that just makes it about themselves and has to complicate things. All right, it's predicted that March Madness will lead to a productivity loss of around $20 billion. People spend an average of 2.5 hours a day checking their brackets during March Madness, and nearly half of people will call out of work to watch the games. And I think that really at this point, the workplaces should just embrace it. Why not give people a day off for March Madness, or
put a couple TVs, more TVs
totally,
in the
so they can watch at work, because people feel like they can't do that at work, and they know they're going to be doing it anyway. Just like when Prime Day deals are happening, all of us are, we're all shopping. We're not doing our work.
It's good for workplace morale. You get a few big screens around. You say, just come on in. We'll have the games on and do some work and watch some games. But I think I feel bad for the people there's a lot of people that, have jobs but don't really do anything anyway. They've mastered the art of coming into a job and not doing anything. every day is kind of their March Madness. Their productivity is always down. And now I feel like when the eyes are on them, these are the days they actually have to put in a little effort because everyone's kind of looking for these next few days.
Right. But I also think that I think most people, especially I'll say men, are doing it during work hours because they don't want to do it at home and then be nagged.
Right, but the games are nonstop. I mean, at least when the games start,
when they first start,
it's like nonstop game, and there's so much excitement, and they're jumping from buzzer beater to buzzer beater.
Excitement is not just about watching the game; it's got to be gambling, right?
Of course, you get your brackets. You got it's a lot. No one cares about how VCU is doing as a school,
right?
But they do like the bracket stuff, but also they do. I don't know, for whatever reason, the excitement that comes with March Madness, all the Cinderella stories and the number one school went down in the first round of this little college I never even heard of, some community school. Yeah, everyone you get sucked into the story of it all.
Yeah, but I totally relate with what Larry David says about March Madness. Like, there's no way I can follow these teams. I don't know what the hell is going on at these colleges, so why am I going to make any kind of informed decision about how they're doing? No. I mean, it just is too much to come to like keep up with. All right, it's official. After 9 months in space, astronauts Suni and Butch have undocked from the International Space Station, and they are currently headed towards Earth. They are expected to splash down today in Florida just before 6 p.m. Eastern time, and they are likely going to experience a lot of health issues when they get back to Earth. While they were up there, they were doing about an hour and a half to 2 hours of fitness to keep fit enough to return to Earth.
Yeah, because they're shrinking.
Yeah, because their muscles shrink and they've been in zero gravity for so long. Their bodies are going to be highly disoriented, and they said they probably, when they get there, will be brought out and transported in stretchers.
Whoa!
They mentally seem all out of sorts too. They did a quick interview before they hopped on the flight back to Earth, and this is what they said:
"Don't die, open them to die."
So clearly, they are not doing well. They are not doing well.
Stay up there.
Yes, it's just not good.
It's not funny down here.
It's messed up their entire planet. We got a new hour of the show to get to in a moment, and Bert Kreisher will be bringing the funny. And listen closely, because eggs for a year could be in your future right here on KROQ.
Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday. It's Klein Alley Show. Good hour to get into. Our buddy Bert Kreisher back on with us. The Machine. New special and Machine versus the Machine, where we pit the actual machine against AI technology. Figure out if humanity stands a chance. Questions that I think Bert will do well at because they involve things like partying and, making love and all those things he's supposedly super good at. We'll get into that coming up this hour on the show. And you hear the sounds of a chicken with bird flu. Could happen this hour or next. Call us up. You could end up with eggs for an entire year. And I hope you win those eggs because, as you know, street value, I just saw yesterday, more and more people are getting arrested smuggling eggs in from Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
Which apparently is a real problem.
I want to know how they're smuggling.
Gerbling. Got to do it gerbil style. That's the only way to do it. It's the only proper smuggle. So if you need us, we're here for you. You'll need these numbers if you want to interact with the show. 800-520-1067 to call, to text, to interact with anything we're doing. We're also streaming on YouTube. And if you don't believe us, Allie's holding up very valuable clues that will tip you off to when exactly we will be giving away the cuz for today and your shot at eggs for an entire year. What a clue that is.
It's a great clue.
On YouTube right now, KROQ's YouTube. And if you could follow, subscribe, we're getting super close to that 100K. We'd really appreciate you being a part of that. Get into the complete hour we have in store for you. Perhaps the greatest hour of your life starts right now here on KROQ. When we're not around, the GOAT line always is. It's there for you 24/7, 365. That number is 844-956-GOAT. At least once a week, we try to go through messages, unload GOAT, make room for your calls, comments, critiques. There's been everything this week. Complaints, anger, happiness, maybe the nicest call we ever received, even though it started with a threat.
You guys have ruined my life. I'm a mailman, and I saw this company's name on a letter with the letters UNG, and I immediately, out loud, made the Omar Seal sound. Nobody around, in my truck, alone.
That's the sweet sounds of Omar doing an impression of a seal, and that audio, you better believe, is that guy uses everything we say on the show to come back and bite us in the ass.
And we've got this one thing. We're not going to stop using it.
We got one thing about Omar, and we'll use it every goddamn day and crowbar it into every conversation.
You guys have ruined my life.
Thank you.
But I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, just say it right now. You'll instantly have a better day if you do your impression of Omar being a seal. It is nothing like it, Allie. It's the only impression Omar's ever done, but boy, did it deliver.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It sure is.
Jake has officially ruined the word Disneyland for me because whenever I hear Disneyland, I automatically say Disneyland. My wife wants to plan to go to Disneyland, and every time she said it, I kept saying Disneyland. Until she's like, what the hell is wrong with you?
See, we are ruining relationships, which is not the goal of the show.
Yeah, but eventually we'll make them better because the people who are all saying these things will find each other.
Yeah, or she'll leave him, and then this guy will be at Disneyland by himself.
Yeah, but if she was going to leave you for Disneyland, then she wasn't worth it.
Are you guys enjoying the Klein and Alley show? Yes. Just kidding. Love you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great. Elmo, we've got our new endorsement for the show right there. If we ever get a commercial, this will be
Are
it.
you guys enjoying the Klein and Alley show? Yes. Just kidding. Love you guys. We listen to you guys every morning. And we want to plan a play date with Vanessa, my kid. From my family to yours.
Okay.
All
right. You know, we learned yesterday that Vanessa is a child, and even though she technically claims she's 30,
she's a grown-ass woman.
She's a grown-ass woman, but she resembles a child and has the same, weekend plans of a child.
I'm technically 53, according to yesterday, so...
Well, yes, based on the scientific little test we did on the air, your age is 53, but when you talk about your weekend plans, it's a lot of bounce houses and ice cream cake, and it really is like the same thing as a child.
I mean, even your previous jobs, you were Chucky from Chuck E. Cheese.
You were the
high
rat.
school, guys.
I know, but I mean, that's that when people look at you, they're like, wow, it's Chucky, because you just fit so perfectly into that world.
She didn't even wear the costume. She just walked around. They're like, hey, it's Chucky. She was like, that's right.
I think if we did a big kid's birthday party for Vanessa, it would be amazing.
Vanessa,
we invite all the listeners' kids, and we do get a bounce house for your birthday.
Your birthday's coming up, right, in May or something?
Yeah, in May.
Yeah, see, I remember certain things. It's crazy I remembered that. God, what a guess.
May the 4th.
Can't believe it. Oh, is that really her birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Vanessa, we are going to throw you the ultimate kid's birthday party for just you.
I mean, honestly, that sounds fun.
I'll get the Beat Buds to come and play.
Oh, my God. We'll get, hard Capri Suns.
Oh, Vanessa, you get ready. I know you're going to love it. It's going to be the greatest party ever because it's going to be all the things that we'd have to do for our kids, but you get to experience it. We'll throw booze in the mix. You'll be happy.
Omar, and Klein all know how to plan kids' birthday parties at this point.
Plan a ton of them.
Yeah, so you just have to think about a theme, and we will take care of the rest.
Yeah, you bring the pinworms, and we'll take care of the rest, Vanessa. Got it?
Got it. Let's do it.
Yes.
Quick break.
Sounds fun.
Well, we're back in a second. Bert Kreisher, the Machine, returns to the airwaves of KROQ. That will be next. And I have it on good authority, and based on some of the clues Allie's holding up, the Easter eggs for a year could be in your near future.
It's KROQ Festival Fever. We're hooking you up with tickets to a different music festival every day this week. I got a fever all day today. Listen at 9, noon, 3, and 6 to win your way into
Just Like Heaven, May 10th, Brookside at the Rose Bowl.
Featuring Vampire Weekend, the return of Rilo Kiley, Empire of the Sun, Block Party, Group Love, and more.
We are always running for the thrill of it.
Courtesy of Golden Voice.
It's KROQ Festival Fever.
Keep listening to win.
Hygiene is their worst enemy on KROQ. It is Klein Alley Show, and we are about to get to the exciting conclusion and determine who will wear the sash of shame known as the grossest on the show. It is the gross off. Interesting when people from the 24/7 news station are walking by our studio now. They've been covering these fires nonstop every day, and they are eavesdropping in on the gross off that is happening here at KROQ. And they are looking at us, feeling bad for us in here. understandably.
And the looks that we get from the KNX News crew in general, I think, are just looks of, what are you doing? Yeah, disappointment, but I'm getting extra looks today.
626, when you started the gross off, I thought Jake would win for sure. Turns out Allie is a monster. That is according to 626. Meanwhile, 951, I'm defending Allie. Sometimes I don't wash my hands after the restroom, but only at home, though, if I know I will not be eating or interacting with other people. Meanwhile, 559 wants to let us know that they dropped a pill of ecstasy in a urinal they were using and flushed it out and ate it.
Cool.
So that person is continuing.
I would argue that I am being honest, and a lot of you will probably lie to others about your cleanliness and say, oh, yeah, I wash my hands after every single time I use the bathroom, even when I'm in my own house. Lies.
Bob, before we get to the conclusion of the gross off and get the answers, what do you want to add to this? Go ahead.
I'm just saying that Jake actually has a very nice, clean bathroom.
Why do you know this?
Oh, he posted a video.
This is Bar Buddy Bob.
No, I hang out with the guy sometimes.
Oh, you know Jake personally? You've been to his bathroom?
Yes, I do.
This is Bar Buddy Bob.
What? What?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Bar Buddy Bob?
What? Hold on.
This is Bar Buddy Bob.
What?
He's my bar buddy, Bob.
Oh, you're going to go. All right. Hi, Bar Buddy Bob. Thanks for joining us on the show. You met Jake at a bar?
No, I've known Jake actually I did meet Jake at a bar. God, there's a great video of him
took
trying
you back to his
jump
place?
over a dumpster back in Christmas of 98, or not 98, 2018, whatever year it was.
That's very different.
So many years off.
Wow. All right. This guy does sound like his name should be Bar Buddy Bob.
We still need to grade this.
No, all right. Jake, you get a
met
point.
this guy by a dumpster.
Jake,
I jumped over a dumpster and he helped me.
You're getting a point for grossness for knowing that guy.
Thank you.
Jake's up 1-0. Woo! Bar Buddy Bob. He got Jake on the board. All right, here we go. We got to get through this quickly. All right, you drop food on the ground. How likely are you to still eat it, Allie?
All right, I didn't know the circumstances, so I just wrote 1 second outside, 10 inside. Home, infinite.
Oh, okay. So you can find something on your floor for hours later. You'd still eat it in your own house.
Depends on the floor, I
Jake,
guess.
what did you say?
I said not very likely because it probably instantly has dog hair on it.
See? I have a cleaner home.
All right. I think Allie gets the point on grossness there. Keep track. Yeah, you're grosser. At least Jake had a hypothetical no as his answer.
Because his floor is so dirty and covered in dog hair.
Allie, your answer about eating food off the floor was 3 different reasons why you would still eat it.
I said 1 second outside, 10 seconds inside, home, infinite.
And Jake said probably not. At least he answered the question like a normal person. Question 2. Allie's gets a point. Jake got a point for knowing Bar Buddy Bob. It's 1-1. Oh. How often do you wash your hands after going to the bathroom, Allie?
50% pee, 100% poop.
Ugh. Jake?
Only when I poo at work or when I get poo on them.
Oh, man!
Dude! Oh, my God!
It happens rarely.
Jake gets a point.
See, I don't feel the need to wash my hands because I'm not making a mess of myself.
I don't make a mess.
All right.
You have a rule that you have to wash your hands if you get poop on them.
Occasionally you break through the toilet paper.
Vanessa, you
sometimes you have a breakthrough.
Vanessa, you keeping score?
Yes, this is gross.
What's the score right now? You gotta
2-2.
Okay.
What? It is not. I don't have 2 points.
2 poo.
I have 1 point from the first question.
What is the most amount of days in a row you've worn the same underwear? Jake, you can start this time.
I think like 2 or 3.
I had the same answer.
Give them both a point.
By the way, he's the one with the sweating problem.
Yeah, but
he should be getting the point for that.
Top, not sweating down below.
I also think guy re-wearing underwear does not carry the same weight as woman re-wearing underwear.
If I am not doing anything but sitting for the entire day,
the worst thing you could be doing.
There's literally no reason. And if I fall asleep and then wake up, I'm not going to waste another pair of underwear.
Didn't you tear through University of Pink on the back of your underwear? Didn't your wife
Those things are not made of durable material.
Didn't your wife have to have an intervention because all your underwear was covered in holes?
She did purchase new underwear for me and new socks for Christmas.
Vanessa, what's the score currently?
I like 2-3. Ali is least gross than Jake.
Question 4. If you don't have a toothbrush handy, what do you feel your weakest personal hygiene practice is?
Kleenex etiquette, because I will use a Kleenex until it has no more corners, and then I'll put it in my pocket and forget about it.
Oh, okay.
And then usually it'll end up in the wash.
It's like a dusty snot rag.
Yeah.
Jake?
I practically never wash my hair. I just rinse it with water.
Guys, come on. What are we doing?
Give them both another point, guys.
What? Why do I?
Not even soap, Jake?
No, I don't think you need it. I think the natural oils is good for it.
Always?
You think that's why you smell like an old bicycle? It's this is why.
That's a good smell.
No, it's not.
That'd be a good candle.
No.
Old bicycle.
If you don't have a toothbrush handy, but you need to brush your teeth, what would you do? Jake, you can go first, Jake.
I use mouthwash.
Allie?
I go toothpaste finger.
Oh.
What's wrong with that?
We've all done toothpaste finger, but there's a lesbian toothpaste finger is
I do
totally
2,
different.
sometimes 3 fingers.
Depending on how horny you are. Allie does toothpaste fists sometimes, anniversaries. All right, I don't know. Elmer, I can't even decide because it's like they're both grossing me out for so different reasons. I mean, I feel nauseous in my mouth.
Jake does not wash his hair, ever. Give him the point.
Like, when I cut it, because it has, hair
We're
in
on a
it.
different question.
What?
This is the gross off on KROQ. Guys, this is a much-needed distraction. Thank you for this. Needed this. I'm nauseous but laughing. They're both gross. Give them both the sash. Make them wear it together. They'll sweat through it. These are all good suggestions. Allie, you gross girl.
Thank
you.
you.
That's 314. Go to question number wherever we are. How many showers do you take weekly, Allie?
3 to 4.
Jake?
7.
He has a sweating problem.
Allie, you get the point.
Don't you work out every day?
I work out most days.
You've done hot yoga and not showered afterwards. You told
my
us.
God.
No. On days I do hot yoga, I shower right after.
When is the last time you felt gross, Allie?
Now.
That is correct. Jake?
It was like a month ago when I forgot to brush my teeth in the morning. I asked Johnny for mouthwash. He didn't have any.
Ew!
Oh, you've been gross so more recently than a month ago.
Your answer should also be now.
That's not the question. The question is when I felt gross.
Yeah, but you should feel gross now. Right now.
I feel good now.
All right, moving through this round. How you eat? Doesn't give them all the points. Everyone.
909 said, "What in the name of white people is happening?"
I don't know. Eating food crumbs that fell directly on the table or on your own lap. You eat crumbs off your own lap in the table directly.
Of course, yeah.
Allie does. Yes, Jake, you too.
No, I never eat crumbs.
Okay. These are not points. This is just to get a sense of the person. Turn clothing inside out to rewear it.
Nope.
Smell the dirty towel. Realize it was dirty, but still used it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretended to wash your hands after going to the bathroom, not to appear gross.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Ate something you found between the seats of your car, unwrapped.
No.
Maybe.
Okay. Ate around mold on a piece of food.
I cut it off.
Bread and cheese, yeah.
All right, and defend something that other people would think is gross that you do not, Allie.
Bringing in stinky food into the building because it is healthy food usually, and even though things have expiration dates, it's just the big companies trying to get you to buy more stuff and waste more food.
Jake?
Eating expired or leftovers that have been in your fridge for over a week. It's fine.
Yep. I'm with Jake.
All right.
Which is sad.
Vanessa, I have this scored as almost a dead heat tie.
It's literally a tie.
Yeah, they are
gross.
both incredibly gross.
Gross.
So congratulations.
I want to be gross bros.
You and Jake are gross bros. Let's get them both in
this. This is a wash after all of it?
All of that.
How ironic.
The one thing they don't do. Well, look at you. You made it through a Klein Alley show.
Alley Show.
Thank you for that, Bud Light Bros. Greatly appreciate you. It is Klein Alley Show on KROQ, and it's always a good day when you get to bring a friend of many years onto the airwaves. I consider Bert Kreisher a friend that has far exceeded any expectations that anyone had. I wonder, actually, if in high school, I know in college they thought he was going to go nowhere, but in high school, Bert, was there
still hope for you then,
Did
Bert?
you ever have a teacher that thought you were going to be a big deal, or no? So you get to rub this in everyone's face?
No, I had a teacher who said, let me tell you something, Kreisher. You're a big fish in a little pond, and when you get to Florida State, you're going to feel how small you are. And then
you got bigger.
It didn't turn out that way. Yeah. I got bigger.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer is on because today's a big, big day. It's a new Netflix special. It's called Lucky. And listen, I always, from the outside, watching you just explode to the superstar you are today, I always thought it was skill-based, but you'll be the first to say it has nothing to do with skill or talent. This is all luck, huh?
Oh, it's entirely luck. I mean, you think about my career, written up in Rolling Stone magazine as the #1 party animal in the country in college. After spending 6.5 years in college with no direction, barely getting a degree, moved to New York. 6 months into doing stand-up, Will Smith discovers me, get a TV show, get another TV show, get a development deal, lose all the money, and I meet the woman of my dreams. She marries me with nothing, so I know she's there for me. Got 2 great kids, and I got a new special. It's my 5th on Netflix. Dude, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Here's the deal. I used to say, and I mean this with love, right? Kevin Hart, who I adore, he always would emphasize how hard he works. And I always was like, yeah, everyone works hard. I want to know about the lucky breaks. Like, tell me the lucky breaks. Mm-hmm. And then one agent told me, he goes, I'll tell you one. He goes, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I always found this to be like such a fascinating story in Kevin Hart's journey. He goes and he does Soul Plane, and it doesn't perform well, and he's put in like movie timeout. Like, they're like, yo, you can't carry a movie. We're gonna put you in movie timeout. And then they hire Cat Williams to shoot Fool's Gold with Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson. Cat Williams packs a gun in his bag, and he gets arrested at the airport. And they're like, "Oh my God, we're shooting tomorrow, and all we have are clothes in a small, and we need a small black man."
No
to
way.
fit in his clothes. That's the story I heard, and I'm like, dude, that's the story I can wrap my head around and go, okay, so life does work out sometimes.
Yeah, you get that break. You just got to be a small black man, and things will work out for you.
But you work hard, Bert. I mean, you're going nonstop. You've got this new tour that's going to keep you. I'm looking at your tour schedule. It looks crazy. I mean, you filmed your new special out of like 6 sold-out shows that sold out in 1 minute. I feel like every time I look at your Instagram, you have a new A-lister as a best friend. When you're doing these shows, are A-listers reaching out going, hey, can I get tickets?
Yeah, but I know not like. Here's the key. This is what Tom Segura is really good at. Tom Segura reaches out to the A-listers in that market and gets better A-listers than me. I always get like the offensive linemen.
Yeah. That's a good point.
We can relate.
Yeah, he's like, I see him with like Patrick Mahomes, and you're with like the special teams. I see that.
Yeah, I'm with the punter. The move is, the real move is like when we did Vegas together, like Tom reaches out to people that he knows will be there, and then his list is like wild. I bring Nate Diaz and Shane Gillis. That's,
right. Right. Yeah, you don't really stretch that deep. By the way, speaking of Vegas, Bert's back there this weekend for shows at Resorts World. And Vegas, you're like one of these guys that when you're out anywhere, you turn whatever bar you're into Vegas in the moment. When you are at Vegas, because I've seen like videos, you'll play blackjack. What are you playing now, minimum hands at blackjack? Are you up to 1,000 a hand easily?
No, my favorite thing now is to get everyone, go up to a blackjack table that's got like what looks like Vegas virgins, and give them money and tell them to bet recklessly. Like put $100 in front of a chick and go, I'm paying for this hand. Let's see if you win.
Wow.
That's my fun thing to do.
Oh my God, I would love to run into you at a Vegas casino.
You're like
I go to roulette. I go to roulette with $1,000 and just give $100 chips to everyone. I go, just put it on a number. Let's see if we win big.
Yeah, Bert's all about good vibes. Before that was like a thing, like good vibes. Now that's kind of been, everyone has embraced it in the masses. Mm-hmm. Bert's always been like, let's just make it fun. Wherever we are, let's just be fun.
Did you have a crazy St. Patrick's Day, Bert? Why did you schedule an interview for yourself very early morning, the day after one of the biggest drinking holidays?
Terrible planning.
No, I did Rogan yesterday. So then Rogan's not drinking. So we did a sober, I say sober, we smoked a lot of weed, but a sober Rogan interview. And it was actually, like, I got done with him. I was like, dude, I might never drink on your show again. I didn't regret anything I said.
We got, this thing we do on the show to prove that humanity still stands a chance against the robots that will eventually take over. We call it Man vs. Machine. But because you're on with us now to celebrate your new special, Lucky, on Netflix as of today, but while you're waiting for March Madness games to start, watch some Netflix and support Bert Kreisher. But we wanted to do something called Machine vs. Machine, where we paddle you and your brain against actual AI technology. Are you up for the battle, Bert?
I'm so ready for this.
Okay, these are questions you should do well at, but we did ask the exact same questions to ChatGPT technology, and let's see if humanity stands a chance. The first question in this edition of Machine versus Machine is, what is the best way to sneak booze into a place that you're not supposed to have booze? You can go first, then we'll hear what the robot says.
Okay, you do it with a partner. You send in a patsy first, who looks like he's sneaking in booze, and then you bring the booze in yourself. And I would always do plastic bag.
Oh, plastic bag of booze?
Yeah, or beer in your butt crack is a great way to get a beer out of a bar. Like if you put it in the small of your back in your jeans, and then just kind of lean back like you're Conor McGregor walking into a fight. That's a great way to get it out of a bar.
All right, Bert says beer in the butt crack or send in a patsy first. This is what ChatGPT says.
Sneaking booze into a place usually isn't the best idea, as it can get you into trouble if you're caught. Pussy. But if you're just looking for some creative and discreet ways to bring alcohol with you to a party or event, although the flask is a classic move, some people repurpose sunscreen or lotion bottles. These can often pass through security without raising too many questions. Also, if you are doing this often, you may have bigger issues you need to address.
Oh, shut up.
Stop being so judgy, stupid robot.
I can't believe
that. I tried to sneak booze back before I knew you could bring little baby bottles of Jack on a plane. I put it in a Rogaine bottle.
You can't do that.
You can.
No, you cannot.
I think with if it says under the...
They tell you every time, no alcohol on board. I mean, I'm not saying you don't do it, but they say it.
No, you can. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about drinking on planes. So first of all, you can bring baby bottles of Jack through security. Then what you do is you have your water bottle, like your big canteen, and you get ice from a bar. Then you go into the bathroom, you empty all the baby bottles of Jack into the water bottle, and then you have a roadie, like just to take little shots for the whole flight, just to keep you above board.
That's a good idea.
I give the point to Bert Kreischer. He beat the robot with that little bonus story about Jack Daniels. He wins.
Bert, have you ever seen the little tampons that you can? Not that you would need these, but maybe for Leanne, they're like these little tampons that you can fill with vodka shots.
No, but if you see me drinking out of a tampon, I definitely have a problem.
All right, here's your next question, Bert. You've been married to Leanne for a long time. You talked about her earlier. Very happy marriage. What is the key to a happy marriage?
I think great sex and big laughs. That's it.
This is what the robot says. Let's find out who does better, machine or an actual machine.
A happy marriage often comes down to a combination of love, respect, and effort. Simple gestures like holding hands, hugging, or kissing can help maintain intimacy and remind your partner that you care. Also, butt stuff on birthdays and anniversaries helps.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Butt stuff, Bert.
Butt stuff. And butt stuff. I should have said butt stuff.
Butt stuff. This is the final and most important question. And the question is, what is the greatest show in the history of Netflix? What is the greatest show and or special in the history of Netflix? Bert Kreischer, go ahead. You can answer first. The machine versus an actual AI technology.
Well, this is a little bit like watching my kids fight, because I have The Cabin, I have Secret Time, I have Hey Big Boy, I have Razzle Dazzle. My movie The Machine's on Netflix. But I would have to say the best show on Netflix. God, I so badly want. No, I really want to say a joke right now, but I got to tell everyone to watch my special Lucky on Netflix right now.
All right, he says Lucky. Let's find out if the robot agrees.
O.J. Simpson trial's pretty good.
O.J. Simpson show's good. Very good as well. Let's see what the robot says.
Although best is subjective, I can say that the comedy special Lucky by comedian Bert Kreischer is the greatest Netflix special in the history of the world. Watch it, or get 7 years of bad luck.
Wow, there you go. Wow, according to ChatGPT technology. Bert, you haven't slept all night, huh? After this interview, you're taking a nap?
I'm taking a nap. I'm doing Kimmel tonight, so I'm gonna. I wish I was into Xanax, but I'm not anymore.
What is
I'd love to take a Xanax and pass out.
What's the ideal nap time for you? What's the length?
Oh, I'm not one of those. My wife's no longer than 15 minutes. My wife sets an alarm if she naps because she doesn't want to sleep too long. Like a 5-hour nap is good.
Damn.
5-hour
just
nap.
Like Jake.
Yeah, you really just like Jake. That's unbelievable. You guys could be nap bros.
I can go down. Dude, if an hour nap before a show, an hour nap is the perfect nap. I take a nap from 4 o'clock to like 5 o'clock. I'll lay in bed until 5:30. Then I go to the gym at 5:30. I get done my workout around 6:37. Show starts at 7. Doors are earlier than that. I get on stage at 7:35. Just out of the shower, fresh Zin in my mouth. Oh my God, with a double espresso. Come on.
Bert Kreisher, guys, he's in Vegas this weekend. A couple shows at Resorts World Theater. Tickets, BertBertBert.com. He'll be back in Southern California for a show at Yamava on October 16th. And then, of course, the big special, which is officially out now on Netflix. You will thoroughly enjoy it. It'll put you instantly in a good mood. Bert, it's always great to have you on. Next time back in studio, okay?
I love you guys so much.
Hey.
Love you,
By the way, I have to tell you this. One of your shirts that you guys gave me one time, my daughter is wearing in college, and she thinks you guys are a band.
Oh, that's amazing. I hope she never knows that we're not.
She's going to be so disappointed. Yeah.
She said we have no tour dates ever.
Yeah, we just a band that's not performing ever.
No new music.
All right, well, she can keep that shirt. That's hers. And thanks, Bert. Always good to talk to you, man. Congrats on everything.
Thank you, guys. I love you.
There he is, the great Bert Kreisher. He did good against the robot, by the way. Congratulations, man. Now we go to caller 12, which puts us in Anaheim. Hello, Jerry.
Yeah.
Hey, what can we do for you?
Well, I'm hoping for some eggs. I need an omelet.
So you're saying you did hear what sounded like a bird with bird flu?
I did.
You are caller 12. That did happen during the song. We did mention if you listen every day this week, when you hear the sweet sounds of a bird that we think sounds like it has bird flu, call us up. Caller 12 will get a does. and be in the running for eggs for an entire year, which will be given away on Friday. We're going to bring some of the people that win the dozen into the studio, Allie.
Yeah.
For the egg extravaganza, and someone will leave with eggs for a year, courtesy of Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. This is so huge, and it's the greatest prize we've ever given out on the radio.
You're going to have to prove your skill to win, though.
Jerry, congratulations. You've just won a dozen, cuz.
So shooting a dog.
That's right. I don't know what he's saying, but sure.
There's so many dog references
today. That was a callback
today.
from that lady,
I think. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was intentional or if it was just a coincidence.
Shoot a monkey is what she said.
And shoot a monkey and kiss a dog or whatever.
That guy's been listening for over an hour already, so the very least we can do is give that man some goddamn eggs. So.
I listened to the radio for an hour and 40 minutes just to win 12 eggs.
That's how desperate times are.
Hell yeah.
Hey, listen, I was at Costco yesterday. Not an egg in the whole effing place.
Really?
Not an egg.
No.
And I'll tell you,
on Sunday.
the worst job at Costco is the guy that has to stand in the freezer and tell everyone that walks in confused like me, we don't have any.
They need to have a person do that? Can't they have a sign that says no more eggs?
Well, the sign they have says limit 3 per person or whatever, and I go, limit 3? There's nothing here. And the guy's like, yeah, you got. They put them out in the morning and they're gone within 15 minutes.
No way.
So I'm telling you, if you don't want to deal with that situation, you might. This is easier. Listening to us for an hour, hearing a stupid sound Allie made, calling. That's as easy as it gets.
I know. And I feel so bad for these birds. They have so much pressure to lay more eggs than normal so they can keep making money.
We had some guy yesterday reach out to us on DM, said that if he wins eggs for a year, he says he's going to make the one omelet using all the eggs. He's going to use them all in one shot.
Whoa.
And he's going to try to set some sort of a record, and then he's going to invite all of our listeners to eat the omelet.
12 eggs would not be a record.
No, the whole year's worth of eggs.
Oh, so he's going to collect them all and buy them all in one?
That's what he said. If he wins the eggs for the year, he's going to make the biggest omelet with all the eggs, a year's worth of eggs in one omelet, and then he's going to invite all the listeners of the show to come around and have a forkful.
Oh, that omelet is going to suck.
It's going to be good luck flipping that thing.
I mean, seriously, even making one good omelet with just a couple of eggs is challenging. I can't imagine making that big of an omelet and having it be any good. It's going to be crusty and dry as hell.
The amount of times I tell my kids I'm making an omelet, and then they end up with scrambled eggs.
Totally.
And they're like, I thought you said you were doing an omelet. I'm like, well, I did too.
Shut up!
At the beginning, that was the plan.
What do you think, I'm a chef, a Michelin chef?
Yeah, now they're just scrambled.
God.
So that's why scrambled eggs were invented that way. It was just a bunch of clumsy idiots that couldn't figure out how to do the other
just
things.
Put it in a skillet, call it a
Take
scramble.
a quick break. We're back in a second. When we return, we got your ADD news to get into. Then remember, it's Festival Fever. So if you didn't win the eggs, fear not. We got festival tickets for you coming up. And it's a good one today. So be ready to win. That's all coming up on KROQ.
KROQ. Everyone's probably doing some kind of drugs and something illegal. It can't be good.
Klein Alley Show.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again, because I don't want to get on their bad side. If you heard an accident and results matter to you, call the attorneys at Sweet James. Just in the last month, they won $500,000 for an auto accident, $740,000. Get into your ADD news in just a moment. Ken has been hanging out on the phone for a bit. What's up, buddy? Ken, it's your moment to shine. You're blowing it.
Hey,
What's
so I know you guys have the answer to a lot of the world's problems, like save a marriage, do butt stuff, sneak alcohol into an event, use tampon containers. I want to know if you guys have the answer to why is there so much chicken meat at the store but not enough eggs? Go.
Well, I think it's a supply-demand thing, clearly, and we learned from some people that know this thing that some of these chickens only drop one egg a day. If they're lucky, they can only pop out one a day, sometimes not even every day.
Well, and if we're killing the chickens, they can't lay eggs.
Yeah, I think the zombie chickens can't make eggs, Ken. You get that? Okay, I think we just stumped
I'm glad we finished that strong.
I'm going to be eggless.
Eggs for a year!
All that matters is we're the show that's giving you eggs for a year and already had a winner today. And when you hear the sweet sounds of a chicken with bird flu, that's the time to call us up. Get yourself a does, cuz, and be in the running to win eggs for an entire year. That will continue all week long until we make sure every one of you gets all the eggs you damn well deserve. Right now, though, let's get to your news, and then we'll get into a brand new hour of the show. And here we go.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
So how you watch sports has changed a lot over the past few years.
Sure has.
Even explaining how to watch the Christmas games, the NFL games, to my father-in-law was quite a process. For all you cord cutters out there, there's good news because you will finally be able to stream Dodger games this season thanks to Spectrum. Now, yes, they're already killing it in Tokyo. That technically it's the start of their season. They managed to win 4-1 without Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman, so it's going to be very exciting. But tell me if you think this is worth it. For the low price of $30 a month, you can watch all of the Dodger games on SNLA Plus, or you can get it for $200 a year. Which I guess is cool because I feel like some of the games aren't available that you want, but $30 a month is a lot.
That's just Dodgers games, or it's all baseball games?
I mean, this is all marketed towards Dodger watchers and Dodger baseball. So, I mean, and Spectrum is a local cable company. So I would imagine you can get many games on it. So I would imagine they're not just saying only Dodger games, but exclusively you would be able to watch. Dude, I don't know every single schedule for SNLA Plus. I did some research, and I was able to find out that all the Dodger games are on there. There's probably a lot of other ones, too. Are you happy?
Let me ask you about the game on June 12th, Allie.
Oh, my God. Game. I swear to God. Jake's like, but you don't know every single thing about this story. God, you said it unprofessional. It's like, I am reading. Do you know how much stuff I'm reading every day?
Doesn't sound like a lot.
Yes, I am.
Not enough. Not the details.
Oh, my God. No, I can't write an effing essay on every single story that I'm reading
Allie
about.
doesn't do the news. I swear, every time she does a news article and you guys call her out for just being completely off and wrong and just a complete goofball, she just shrugs it off and just tries to just water it under the bridge. And it's just like, this is your one thing to do. This is your one job.
Okay.
You'd think you'd want to nail it every time. Jesus, lady. Come on.
I'm convinced that's Jake. Is that Jake? It sounds just like Jake.
It's a streaming-only subscription service to the Dodgers TV channel, but I'm sure you can get other games there as well, Jake.
All right.
But you can look into it further if you have more complex questions.
Yeah, Allie just sets you up. It's a little bump set. You got to spike yourself.
I mean, I only have so much time, too. I'm not going to, release a whole monologue about every aspect of it. I'm just giving you the basics here, my God.
Good to know.
It's up to you to actually have an opinion about it, Jake.
Some Dodgers fan is half listening, and they're going to say, hey, I heard that woman on the radio say something about I can watch all the games, and now I have to do my own research.
So,
we're not here to spoon feed you.
You can also watch, the way you watch UFC might be changing as well, because their relationship with ESPN is not going well, and they're considering switching everything over to Netflix, and 2026, I believe, is their first opportunity to do that, and if they do it, it'll be just like the WWE, so most of the sports that you love will not be owned by it will now be owned by the new Entertainment and Sports Programming Network, which is really just Netflix.
All right.
Don't hate me, Klein. I'm about to give you a couple of book recommendations.
Tuned out.
The first one is all about the first Lollapalooza, and it is supposed to be crazy.
Oh, actually, I heard about this book, and if someone could read it to me, I would thoroughly enjoy the stories.
Well, you can get that if you listen to it on tape.
Tape?
I mean, whatever, Audible or whatever.
What is tape? What are we talking about here?
I mean, you could listen to it audibly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of anyone reading anything to me.
So it's this big tell-all book about Lollapalooza. It's called Lollapalooza, the uncensored story of alternative rock's wildest festival. And this, I didn't even realize that Lollapalooza was started by Jane's Addiction by Perry Farrell. He had conceived this festival, and in July of 1991, it was their first Lollapalooza. And Dave Navarro talks about how he was so high on heroin, he was like, I don't think I can go out there. And then they were like, so then I was given cocaine, and then I took a handful of pills and drank a bunch, and then by the time I got on stage, I didn't know which way was up, and then him and Perry Farrell started fighting on stage, and they both were like, I didn't even know we were on stage.
Crazy, because that's how Jane's Addiction kind of ended, with the two of them fighting on stage.
I was like, am I reading something that happened the other week?
It's a full circle moment right there.
I know, and then the other book is a tell-all book that Mark Zuckerberg was trying to block the release of, and it's a former employee whistleblower who just came out with a book that's slamming Meta and Mark Zuckerberg, who is already kind of a known, notorious tool. But it's called Careless People, a cautionary tale of power, greed, and lost idealism. And it just came out.
I don't know this new Zuckerberg where he's trying to be all cool and curly with his hair, and he's walking around. He's at all these fun events.
He's got chains on.
Chains.
Cool and curly.
He's all Benson Booney.
Yeah, I like awkward, caked on sunscreen Zuckerberg trying to surf.
Well, he's a nerd who's now rich enough to try and not look like a nerd.
Yeah, he must have just decided one day, looked in the mirror and be like, what am I doing? I got all the money in the world. I can literally get anything I want. I'm tired of everyone poking fun of me for being a nerd. I'm going to grow a curly fro and go out.
Still not going to make your eyes look closer
No,
together.
That's true. Yeah, he should have invested in some sunglasses. That would have been his first move right there.
All right, when you didn't win the lottery, it's a bummer, and it's even worse when somebody else wins in your state or worse, in your city. We've already had that happen with Edwin Castro, the Powerball winner, and now the identity has been revealed of the biggest Mega Millions winner in history. Her name is Rosemary Casserati, and she bought her ticket at the Circle K Sunshine Food and Gas in Shasta County, and she has chosen the lump sum. So technically she won $1.2 billion, but she'll take home $572 million. She wasn't at the announcement, so we still haven't gotten a look at her, but don't worry, Rosemary. We'll find you.
Who had a better week, her or the guy that poured the hot tea on his junk and got $50 million from Starbucks?
I mean, I think tea on junk.
Yeah, because he didn't have to wait around. She was like hiding for a while because these lottery winners, they don't want to go public, and then all of a sudden their weird distant cousins will start hitting them up for money.
Not that more money isn't great, but $50 million is like, yeah, there's people hitting you up. But for $500 million, everybody that you've ever met is hitting you up. You know, $50 million is like, I can have a nice life, and maybe a few people are hit me up, but you can kind of live in privacy.
Give me a taste. And by the way, like, in all seriousness, for all these people that go, money, there's always these very rich people, or the people that won the lottery, or they go, money doesn't really change anything. Yeah, sure, you get a nicer car, and you get some clean pants, but it doesn't really change anything. And yet, I look at all these people that have unlimited wealth or, lots of money. It seems like lots has changed.
Yeah,
like just a whole lot.
I know. It's crazy.
We got into a brand new hour of the show, and we'll do it after this one from Blink-182. And also, it is Festival Fever, which means in exactly 1 hour, get ready to catch the biggest fever happening all week on KROQ.
Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Just after 8 o'clock on a Tuesday here at KROQ. Less than an hour to go. Get you into the Festival Fever. Today, it's a good one. We send you to Brookside at the Rose Bowl so you can be a part of Just Like Heaven. What a lineup. Vampire Weekend, Empire of the Sun, Block Party TV on the radio, and so many others. Complete lineup, I'm sure, posted up on our socials, Klein Alley Show. Or you can see what it looks like if you're watching us on YouTube right now as we are streaming live on KROQ's YouTube. Subscribe, and smash that like button, as the kids like to say.
Smash.
We got lots going on this hour on the show. Allie, you got a chance to go to the DMV, which people love to bag on the DMV because it truly is the worst place on the planet. But we would like to figure out if anyone can come up with good things about the DMV.
Yeah, because I had set myself up for success, and that's what I did. You know, that's what you have to do for the DMV. You have to mentally and physically prepare. You have to set yourself up for success. Even doing that, I was miserable as soon as I walked through the door.
Yeah, that place breeds misery like nowhere else on the planet. But once again, that's just us saying negative things. Everyone knows you're going to say bad things about the DMV. If you could think of anything good to say about the DMV, we'd love to hear anything. And I know that in the past we've talked about how terrible it is. We've had people that call us that work there because the theory is everyone who works there also looks miserable. And we did have a person that called us one time that works there, and they said that they're not miserable. They just are trained to look that way or something.
They're trained to look that way. I don't remember that.
I think that's what the person said. It was either
I think
DMV.
that you decided that.
It was either DMV or Chipotle. One of those two. I'm not exactly sure. Meanwhile, the GOAT line is there when we're not around. That number is 844-956-GOAT.
Fine, Allie. Sweet Tibbets. Hey, listening to the podcast from St. Patrick's Day, listening to you guys talk about Klein jumping into Big Bear. Klein, we have an opportunity to interview you about what life is like without genitalia, because if there is one guarantee, when you come out of that lake, you will be anatomically the exact same as a G.I. Joe or a Ken doll. So you'll be able to tell us firsthand what it's like. Keep the show going, guys. You guys are great. Imo Lagama.
Thank you.
Thank
you, sir. Yeah, I will be paying off my bet as I jump into Big Bear Lake, but we're actually trying to do some good in the process, raise some money for Special Olympics, and we'd love you to join our teams. You can either join with me and we can jump in the lake together, and that will be painful, and then we can live a life without genitals, or you can join Allie's team where you get to sit on the sideline and mock.
The genital section.
You can either be in the no genital or the genital section. The choice is yours. That's not what they're calling it at the event, but that's what we're calling it.
But I think that your experience, Klein, even though you're not particularly excited about jumping into a freezing lake, if you're going to do that, and if you're going to do it with the show and have that be a bucket list experience, that's something that you're going to have a good cause that's going behind it, and you're also never going to forget that. You're never going to get the feeling of your genitals rolling up inside you.
I see these people that do the polar plunges, and they always seem after the fact like it was this big moment of camaraderie, and some of them had like a huge epiphany. And
yeah, it's like the
changed.
marathoners. Like they want to do it every year. They're addicted to it.
That's so. Hopefully, after the fact, I feel that way. Other people, maybe that's a bucket list item for you. We got all the links up on our socials, Klein Alley Show. If you'd like to join our teams as we raise some money, over $1,000 raised already, please join us, and that way we can all hang out together. I think it's March 29th. We're going to be at Big Bear for the big polar plunge.
Don't forget that Klein is also going to have frosted tips for this event.
Frosted tips.
So he's going to take his
That's right.
90s look, F and Kevin. I'm going to get some puka shells. We're going to make the whole thing happen.
Great.
So even just coming out to Big Bear to see that.
Okay, well, we'll put all the details up. Sign up while you can. You can be on my team. You can be on Allie's team. Let's all raise money, do some good together. Your Klein Alley Show. Universally, there's very few things that everybody can agree they hate, but the DMV is probably on the top of that list, and I think that must be true for employees there, people that go there. Everyone seems miserable. When you get there, you just grab your seat on the bench of misery and watch all the other miserable people. And we're going to give you the opportunity now to say anything good you can about the DMV, because there's got to be one person that's got one decent thing to say about that place.
Well, as I pulled into the DMV parking lot, I was like, everyone here is having a problem.
Yeah, no one's there by choice.
No, everyone is having a problem with their license. They're having a problem with their registration. All of these cars have some kind of issue, or they can't drive yet. It's just a risky situation even going in there. And I had set myself up for success because I made an appointment. I had gotten my real ID months ago, and I lost it. And I was unclear if I ordered...
I like it how that's part of you setting yourself up for success, is that you got a new ID a few months ago and already lost it.
Well,
that's
and
part
I
of your
lost
successful
it
story.
in my house, and I know where it is, and I cannot get to it. And I wasn't sure if you order a replacement, if they send you the real ID or if they send you an old one, because you have to go through all this processing now to get the real ID. So I decided I would go back into the DMV, I would have all my materials with me, and I set an appointment, and I went in, and as soon as I went in, the line to check in was about 30 people deep, and I thought, my God, I'm already going to be here for an hour just to check in
for your appointment.
For my appointment.
Yep, that's how they do it there.
And
you can't beat the system. You think you figured out ways to beat the system. You could show up there with your passport.
Oh, I had a whole manila.
Is this your DMV that you usually frequent?
Well, I don't usually frequent a DMV, even though it looks like I do.
Well, you know, if you have your particular one you go to, because
yeah, this is the one I go to.
So that's if you have a bad experience, just go to another one.
Yeah, but the last time I went, I had a better experience.
Oh, okay.
And for some reason,
positive. There you go. That's a positivity right
there. Still
there.
not good, but better. And so I even made sure I had nothing to do. It wasn't like I was in a rush. So by the time I even got to the first window, I was already in a bad mood. I went from good, hopeful to bad mood as soon as I got to the window.
That's the effect that place has on everyone.
Oh, my God. And then I kept thinking while I was in line, I should just leave. I should just leave. Yep. Why am I even here? And then once I got to the window, they said, by the way, all of our systems are down and you can only pay by cash or check.
Oh.
And I was like, what?
Most people have cash and checks on them these days.
I know. I was like, actually, one of the few times I actually had cash on me. Then I looked at the sign next to that sign, which said, here are the services we no longer do at this DMV.
Oh.
Replacement licenses. And then he goes, can I help you? And I said, I don't even know anymore.
Right. You probably can't. And I think they know the answer to that question is that when they say, can we help you? Whatever you say, because I've been there enough times to hear everyone around me because all those windows are all closed. Most of the times the answer is we don't do that, or we can't do that, or you don't have the right thing.
Right, and they're frustrated too because it's a bunch of people going, I don't know.
Right, I just want my license.
I just need my registration, blah, blah, blah. So he says, you got to go, we can help you, but you need to go around the corner and fill out an application for a brand new driver's license. I had to answer a million questions. I bring it back. He gives me a number, and it is not close to the number that's being served at all. And I'm thinking, what is the point of having an appointment if I am this far in line? And then
how do you know
because the system is down, he has to write it physically on a piece of paper and hand it to me. It was like Beetlejuice.
But Allie, how do you even know if your number's coming up next? Because that's the other problem with that place. Is
there's G's, there's F's, there's a random B in there.
One time I got like K2, and I was like, nice.
And then they're doing G,
they're like G65, and I'm like, what is this, bingo?
Yeah. So then
bingo?
I went back up to the window. I was like, I'm gonna Karen out here for a minute, and I said, I had an appointment, so I'm not really sure why my number is so bad.
Get in line with all the other Karens that claim they have an appointment.
No, he said, this is a good DMV story. He said, you have an appointment? Well, why didn't you say so?
Really?
It was like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and he was like, let me give you a better number. And he writes another number on there, and he said, this is going to change your whole day. And he hands me F50. And it was at F49 when I got that number, and I was next in line. And then she told me after she helped me that I did not need to do any of this in person, and I could have done it all online.
Yeah, you're an idiot. That's the problem. Is that I think the DMV, even the people that work there, would argue that 99% of the people that are in there are idiots like you. They don't need to be there.
You could have done this online. But the good news is that my new license will be there in 4 to 6 weeks, and I even took a new picture. She was like, "Do you want to take a new picture?" And I was like, "Well, since I'm here," and I looked at my current ID, and I was like, "Can I do better than this?"
It's always the gamble.
I think I can do slightly better, but I won't know until a month from now.
People on the phone, believe it or not, have good things they think they can say about the DMV. Michelle, go ahead.
hey, it's a good reason to call out of work. Like, you'll be there for 2 hours, but then the rest of the day, you have it free.
That is, you know what? That is a good. If you want to go ahead and put in the category of good versus terrible, the fact that the DMV is a great excuse because everyone knows how terrible it is and how long it can be, that it is potentially an excuse that can get you out of whatever you need to get out of. I can't be there at your kid's christening because I'm at the DMV.
It's like explosive diarrhea. Right. I don't want to know anymore.
If you've
Just
already,
go to the DMV.
If you've already used explosive diarrhea twice in a month, you can't use that for the third time. You got to use DMV.
DMV is the other alternative.
Anthony, go ahead. You're on KROQ. What's up?
Hey, it's Sweet Dibbit.
Sweet Dibbit, buddy.
So the best time to go to the DMV is the literally last 5 to 10 minutes when they're closing the door because they're all trying to go home and they want to get you out as well.
Yeah, but then you run that gamble sometimes.
Well,
if you
they'll
get
close
in there.
the doors and say, we don't have time for you.
Yeah, sorry, we're tapped out. I've seen them say, like, we're not getting anyone, we're not signing any more people in, even though they're technically open. Because they need to wrap it up.
Government worker, it's like 5 p.m. and they're done.
They're done. Yeah, they'll just leave. You'll just be left in line. And the next thing you know, you'll be like in the middle of the night, you're still standing there.
You're like, do I keep the number?
Eduardo, what is something good you could say about the DMV? That is the challenge.
At least they're not racist. They're just rude to everybody.
That's good.
That's
Equally
nice.
rudeness to all people, where you don't feel like you're being singled out or being, treated badly because of how you look or your ethnicity. It's just equal rudeness across the board.
Yeah.
That's actually a strong one.
917 said, DMV, seriously, on my 16th birthday, they gave me my freedom.
You know what? Okay, that is the pot. When you're young, and
that's
you don't
your
realize,
one good DMV story,
right? And you don't care how long you have to wait because you're going. As soon as I get through this process and I pass my driving test and all that, then I can peace out on my parents forever. Constance, what's up?
Hey, good morning.
Hi.
You know, I recently applied for my real ID, and you take all the time you need to download everything at home. And I was in and out in 15 minutes and make an appointment.
Yeah, people love that story.
That is such a flex. That was Omar's story.
Yeah.
I was in and out 15 minutes. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Omar couldn't figure out why we wanted to hear people try to say something good. Because Omar's like, I have a great experience every time.
Just make an appointment. I'm in and out in 15 minutes, just like Constance's.
Allie could have done that same thing.
Yeah, Allie could have done that same thing.
You shut up.
It's KROQ Festival Fever. We're hooking you up with tickets to a different music festival every day this week. I got a fever all day today. Listen at 9, noon, 3, and 6 to win your way into
Just Like Heaven, May 10th, Brookside at the Rose Bowl.
Featuring Vampire Weekend, the return of Rilo Kiley, Empire of the Sun, Block Party, Group Love, and more.
We are always running for the thrill of it.
Courtesy of Golden Voice.
It's KROQ Festival Fever.
Keep listening to win.
KROQ, if you'd like to join us, win yourself a prize and play some first impressions with Vanessa, the master of many voices. Get on the phones now at 800-520-1067 because we got up for grabs tickets to Pulp Rock, Tarantino Pulp Rock, a high-octane live rock spectacular.
And Quentin Tarantino has made some incredible films over the years.
Some of the best.
Some of the best, and some of the best monologues in movie history, some of the best, most heightened moments with a lot of swearing, but we figured Vanessa would be incredible at replaying some of those.
She's never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie ever, so let's start with that. Never seen one, but she will be recreating some of the most iconic scenes, and you will, of course, if you win these tickets, you'll get to go to the Tarantino Pulp Rock, where you'll get to watch these iconic films and the soundtracks performed live at Cinevita at Hollywood Park. And also, everyone who qualifies, everyone who wins those tickets this week, someone is going to get the VIP experience, including a VIP booth, comes with champagne, snacks, dedicated waiter, waitress, valued at over $1,000. That's the grand prize. So you will have an amazing night celebrating the fine, legendary career of one Quentin Tarantino.
Vanessa has never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Nope.
And she's never successfully pronounced Quentin Tarantino.
That's true. All week, as she's been talking about this prize we have, she's been saying,
Quentin?
Quintanana. So we're like, what? You talking about Quentin Tarantino still? She goes, I think so. So we will play you. She's recreated some scenes. She's been working on this all morning long, which is why we had to wait until 8:30 roughly to get this on the air.
She wants time to perfect her craft.
We will play a clip of her doing a scene, and all you got to do is tell us which Quentin Tarantino movie it's from. And if you're able to identify which scene the movie is from, Allie will write your name down, and we'll pick a winner and give you some tickets. All right, let's say hi to Rebecca in Valencia. This is not going to be easy, but if you're up for the challenge, welcome to KROQ. Good morning, Rebecca.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. We'd love you to win this. Once again, as you know, Vanessa is the master of many, many voices, and we will go ahead and play you the first scene right now from a Quentin Tarantino film as performed by Vanessa. Listen closely. Here we go.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip. If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. But I mean, it's tipping automatically. It's for the birds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing their jobs. Hey, this girl was nice. She was okay. She wasn't doing anything special. What special? What's special? Take you in the back and S your D? I go over 12% for that.
All right. Now, listen, I know this movie.
Iconic.
That is an iconic scene. Only who knows if that'll be performed again if you win these tickets. Do you know what Quentin Tarantino movie that is from, Rebecca?
I am going to guess because I'm also the worst, but Pulp Fiction, is that a thing?
Show me Pulp Fiction. No, that is not.
No.
Pulp Fiction is a thing, but that is not a scene from Pulp Fiction, which is too bad because it is, a quite iconic scene, Allie. I'm going to play you the actual scene right now, and then we'll go to the next one. We have multiple scenes to share with you. I don't want to give everyone the opportunity to guess that one, but this is that actual scene took place from one of the, I believe, the first. I think it was the first Quentin Tarantino movie ever.
Really?
I believe so. It was the first one I think I ever saw, and it was this scene from Reservoir Dogs.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip. If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. But, I mean, this tipping automatically, it's for the birds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing their job.
Hey, this girl was nice.
She was okay. I mean, she wasn't anything special.
What's special? Take you in the back and your
So, I don't know. I think Vanessa and Steve Buscemi had similar delivery.
Yeah, can I just hear a little bit of Vanessa's impression now? Because now that I recall Steve Buscemi's delivery, I would just like to hear a little bit because she got the.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip.
But you sped up her speaking a little bit.
I'll tip if someone really
right, that's her Steve Buscemi.
If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's tipping automatically. It's for the birds.
All right, well, there you go. Beautiful.
It's for the birds.
It's beautiful recreation right there. This is First Impressions with Vanessa. We move on. We say hi to Armando now. Armando, I hope you can get one of these right so we can give away these tickets. Good morning, Armando.
Good morning. How's it going, guys?
Good. I hope you're a fan of Quentin Tarantino. More importantly, I hope you're a fan of Vanessa Tarantino as she is recreating some of these iconic scenes. And here is your scene. Listen closely.
The price you pay for bringing up either my Chinese or American heritage as a negatives, I collect your effing head. Whoa. Just like this effer here. Now, if you son of a bitches got anything else to say, now is the effing time.
All right. Feel like I'm in the movie with Vanessa. Do you have any idea what Quentin Tarantino film that line comes from?
So good. I believe it's from Kill Bill Volume 1.
Let's find out if you're right.
ただ今問題になったことは除きますが The price you pay for bringing up either my Chinese or American heritage as a negative is I collect your head. Just like this here. やろうと同じようにね Now if any of you sons of got anything else to say, now's the time!
Beautiful.
Woo!
Beautiful.
I gotta watch that again.
I didn't think so.
Equally intense. I think Vanessa's version was almost as good. Armando, hold on.
Anything else to say?
Yeah, hers was like if Rosie Perez got the role. But still.
Don't bring up her Chinese heritage.
Yeah. Once again, this was just a clip of Vanessa.
What? Does he look?
Oh, hold on. That's the next one. Hold on. That's the next one. There's too many clips of Vanessa here doing Tarantino to keep track of it all. This was her once again doing Kill Bill just to bring you back to the moment.
If you son of a bitches got anything else to say, now is the effing time.
All right, Armando, hold on 1 second. Congratulations. You got yours right. People, big fans of this game on the text line. I can hear Vanessa recreating Quentin Tarantino films all day, every day. Well, we got one more chance for someone to lock in on this. And what a prize, because someone's going to end up in a VIP booth enjoying a whole night of Tarantino. All right. Let's go to Baldwin Park and say hi to Alex. Alex, welcome to First Impressions with Vanessa. You ready to go?
Sweet Divots, yeah.
Sweet Divots. Here we go. This is your final impression. This is apparently a Quentin Tarantino movie as performed by Vanessa.
What? What country you from? What? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? What? English, mother effer, do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, mother effer. Say what one more goddamn time. He's black. Go on. He's bold. Does he look like a bitch? What? Does he look like a bitch?
Okay. Alex, your final chance to play. It's not a comedy. I guess technically it is now. What Quentin Tarantino film is that from?
That is Pulp Fiction, baby.
That's right.
And by the way, she's never seen Pulp Fiction either. So for her, just in reading these lines, it's the absolute first time she's even heard this, witnessed it at all.
I mean, she can pick up on the performance already, though. I mean, those are the beats.
Listen, you tell me, Allie. Is this Samuel L. Jackson or is this Vanessa? I don't even know anymore.
What? What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? What? English, mother. Do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. Yes.
Once again, it's hard to tell where one of them stops and one of them starts.
I mean, my goodness.
It really is remarkable. But regardless, congratulations. You also got yours right, which means 2 people, Allie, got theirs right.
Does he look like a bitch?
Okay, relax.
Does he look like a bitch?
Okay, Vanessa,
Vanessa, whatever you say. Just calm down. Jesus Christ. Allie, is it Alex? Is it Armando? Who's getting the tickets today?
Congrats, Armando.
Armando, you are going to an evening of Quentin Tarantino. Hold on 1 second.
Unless you kind of already got one just now.
That's very exciting. You will... What is the one lie you should actually tell during a job interview if you want to be offered the job? We will get to the answer of that and some of the other hardest hitting questions the internet poses in this exciting edition of Clickbait. Here we go. Hey, all right, let's start with this. Internet's full of mysteries and riddles. The goal is to get you to click around, and sometimes you get the answer you're looking for, and oftentimes you do not. We get right to the answers as we tackle these questions. Allie, your partner's biggest turn-on might be something you'd least expect, according to a new study.
Seeing them clean.
All right.
Chores.
Allie says chores. Your partner's biggest turn-on. So think about all the things I do. I've read all the stories. Wear red, constantly going home, put on red shirts, not working.
Red is not your
Got
color.
one of those capes like a matador, just trying to, my wife comes home. Here we go. And nothing. You horned up? No? All right. More red.
If you look at people doing chores and they're going and they're circling, hitting the dish just right, they're going to hit you just right.
All right, Allie says chores. Jake the nerd, your partner's biggest turn-on might be something you'd least expect. According to experts, what is it?
Your, weird collection of whatever.
Oh, you
Funko
hope.
Pops
You
or...
wish. It's so funny.
Your weird collection of whatever is...
No one's got...
I collect certain things that other people don't collect, but everybody collects something.
Yeah, but has that ever, in all seriousness... Have any of the people you've been with been like, I'm so turned on by your jars of dead octopuses that you keep around the bedroom?
That specifically, no.
Right.
But other things girls like.
Has any girl been like, wow, your collection of Tool shirts is really turning me on right now?
Okay, that one more thing, no. But other stuff.
Have they said, wow, that comic book collection is so hot, I want to have sex on top of them?
Well, I wouldn't want to have sex on top of them. The values of comics.
Oh, God. All right, well, clearly it's a collection of weird stuff. That's definitely the right answer.
Okay.
Omar, according to the experts here, your partner's biggest turn-on might be something you'd least expect, according to a new study.
I think it's going to be something simple like listening. I think if you listen to your partner and you kind of engage in regular conversations, you actually pay attention to your partner. That's going to be a huge turn on.
You should have seen how hard Klein rolled his eyes at listening.
Oh, really?
Listening.
That's what all the experts say. You got to listen more. But
that's the guy who's wearing red and toroing when he gets home.
That's right, Matador. All right, well, one of you's right, and it ain't Jake. But women supposedly are most turned on by partners doing dishes, vacuuming, and laundry, while men are most turned on by their partner making the bed, tidying the bedroom in general, and then doing the dishes. So if you think about it, it's both different chores. I don't know why
making the bed is so hot.
I don't know why that is. I can't figure that out.
Would that turn you on?
No, not really. Watching,
Really?
yeah. I mean, watching. My wife's not great at cooking, but like watching her
Blend something?
take to-go food out of a bag and putting it on the table, I think it's kind of hot, I guess. But
It's kind of hot.
I guess I like that, but it's probably more about the food than her in that moment. But yeah, women,
I think it's just both the things you love in one place.
yeah, that's right. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, women specifically are the most turned on by their partner doing dishes in the order of dishes first, vacuuming second, and laundry third.
I bet Omar's so hot then because you're always doing chores
I do
and cleaning
everything,
and
yeah.
you're using that Rain-X on your shower glass and everything.
Moving on in this next clickbait now. Here we go. KROQ, your Klein Alley show. Clickbait, solving the internet's biggest riddles, giving you the answers you need. And this will probably make your life better if you listen to what we have to say. Drinking this, Allie, just 3 glasses of this can prevent dementia, which is something that I'm pretty sure some of us already have. Drinking just 3
Does
glasses
that
of
person
this.
rhyme with Shmamessa?
Vanessa definitely has dementia, early onset. I think that you've shown signs of early onset as well. And these hours, as you know, waking up super early while it's still super dark out, they say is just you rapidly start declining much sooner than the average person.
But I think it's some kind of, I think grapes. I read grape juice.
Grape juice is the drink, because there's always some drink in the moment that's like, this is the thing you got to drink if you want your brain to not fail you. So
and I thought
Allie
for a
says,
while it was apple cider vinegar, and now it's grape juice.
all right, Allie says grape juice. DJ Omar Khan,
Yo.
drinking just 3 glasses of this can save your brain.
Dude, the answer is all over the place. People are always pushing water these days.
Oh my
the
God.
Stanley Cups, all these dumb things, all the different. You got sparkling water, regular water,
Infused water.
So much water.
And then you've got regular water with the water flavored little squeezes that you can add.
But water. I should point out, though, apparently you've been drinking a ton of water, but you've been drinking it out of the microplastic bottles. You're probably doing more harm than good.
Yeah,
So
that's
who
true.
knows anymore what you're even doing. Jake, drinking 3 glasses of this can prevent dementia.
I'm gonna guess one of those hippie teas.
What is a hippie tea?
You know, like
Kombucha?
whatever. I'm sorry?
Like a kombucha?
No, like fancy Earl Grey or whatever.
Fancy Earl Grey.
I think that's funny that you think a hippie tea is Earl Grey.
That's like,
that's just like regular tea, man.
That's just the most basic tea.
That's the most oldest British tea, I think, in the world.
So I said fancy. Fancy tea.
Well, one of you's kind of right. I can't believe I have to say this. According
Is
to
Jake
a
right?
new study out of Japan,
This says weird tea?
people who drink green tea
Oh!
have all sorts of apparently health benefits, but you got to drink a lot of that green tea. 'Cause
Is that why you're the matcha man?
3 cups a day? Is that even green tea? I
I
don't know.
think matcha's part of green tea,
Oh, it
isn't
is?
it?
I don't have no idea.
matcha has green tea.
Yeah.
All right, well, whatever the hell it is. Key indicator, cognitive decline and dementia. So load up on that green tea if you want your brain to work. I know what you're thinking. There's no saving our brains at this point, but
No, they're lost causes.
maybe you have a chance. And finally, in clickbait, let's talk about lying on a job interview. Everyone knows there's certain lies you should never tell during a job
Fake.
interview, and then there's other lies you should tell, right?
Of course. You should definitely be lying.
This is the lie you should definitely tell during your next job interview if you want to get the job. And let's go ahead before we give you the answer. What do you think? We'll start this time with Jake the Nerd. Jake.
I think the one you're supposed to say is you try too hard or you care too much.
When they say, like, what are your faults? And you're like, I just care too much. Can't turn my brain off on the weekends.
Yeah, I just always wanting to work.
Yeah, 24/7. They can't shut me down. All right, that's an interesting guess. Allie?
My guess would be why you left your previous job. Whether you got fired or quit, it's never, oh, no, I was the weird-smelling coworker. It's, I just wanted new challenges. I had outgrown that position, and I'm waiting for something new, a new opportunity.
Okay, interesting. Omar Khan, this is the lie you should tell. No one's got more jobs than DJ Omar Khan.
That's true, and this lie actually got me this job at KROQ when I first started. And
I
you
won't
have to
deal
lie-
ecstasy in the parking lot. Is that the lie you told?
I have
No.
training at all.
Experience.
Yeah.
So I just lied about my experience and lied through my teeth, and I was able to get the job with Kevin and Bean. Yeah.
I got a bartending job saying I had experience. I had no idea what I was doing, and I had a bartending guidebook underneath the register when I started.
The best is when they ask you something at a job interview about something you truly know nothing about, like some terminology or some software, and you just go, you kind of have that blank stare, but you go like, you nod. Oh, yeah,
You're
of
like,
course.
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, you do.
Come on.
Spreadsheets. I mean, it's my life.
The less you know, the more confident the noise you make is. You're
I
like,
got you.
Easy. And then you're making a mental note, like Google that later.
Yeah.
What is that? All right. Well, one of you is right yet again. Here are just some of the lies that are supposedly okay to tell, and then we'll tell you the top lie you should tell. If you have any sort of vacation planned in the future, you don't want to mention that in any way, shape, or form. So if they ask you something along the lines of like, hey, is there going to be anything that's going to interfere with you kind of getting going? You just say, no, of course not. Absolutely not. You don't want to drop, but I'm going to Tahiti in a few weeks. I already have that planned. You're not supposed to do that.
Then you're supposed to spring it on, whoopsie, I'm going to Tahiti?
I think the idea is if you want to get the job, the key is getting it. Once they start putting you, doing the paperwork and hiring you.
Yeah, they're not going to fire you over something like that.
You should always lie about how many offers or processes you're in, right? That's but the number
That's such
one.
a tough one. You're like, I don't know. I have other phone calls. And they're like, really? From who? And you're like, duh.
People. Mom, does that
Can't
count?
tell you.
The number one lie, though, that they say is okay to tell is that I am looking to leave my current company because I think I've exhausted all the development opportunities here. I've grown as much as I can grow where I currently am, but this butterfly's got some wings, baby.
Yeah.
And I want to fly.
Or you're like, I know I'm about to get fired. I need to, quote, spread my wings now.
Right. That's right. It says here on TMZ that you took a dump in the break room and left. Oh,
I
yeah.
spread my wings.
Yeah, but there's no more rooms to dump in, so I'm looking for a new opportunity. That's the truth. There's some clickbait. Now we
Shows you're driven.
Officially mastered the internet and potentially giving you the information you need to live a better life, which is, of course, why we're here each and every day. In less than 30 minutes, Festival Fever will hit you. There's no escaping it. And we'll get you your tickets coming up at 9 o'clock. So lock in and get ready. This is some Rage on KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. Happy Tuesday morning. your Klein Alley show. Is this intriguing to you, Allie?
I 100% am full lesbian for Allie.
I love turning a straight.
Do you want to hear where this came from? Because Jake was busy at bars last night, like many people, celebrating St. Paddy's Day. Everybody claims they're Irish, I guess, on St. Paddy's Day. Some actually are. Many are not, but they come up with some reason why they're 3% Irish, and they should be celebrating and drinking heavily all day and night.
My wife is almost a third Irish, and she had an Ireland map delivered to the house that I must frame.
What? She wants to put a map of Ireland on your wall?
Yes, because it's like her homeland or something.
She's really identified.
Oh, yes.
But I think she's just looking for a reason to...
belong?
Well, yeah, but also I think it's the drinking is the thing that she's really...
Well, she loves everything about Irish culture, and her dad's 100% Irish, so it's a huge, huge thing. I had to make corned beef cabbage last night. It's a big responsibility.
Jake was at a bar, and he was talking to people at the bar, and it did encounter someone that is apparently a big fan of yours, specifically a straight lady that claims that she's got feelings for you. But let's get a sense of how Irish she actually is.
What's your name?
My name is Kat.
Kat, how Irish are you?
I would say about 89%. My name I grew up with was McHenry, and my mother's maiden name is McNulty, and all our weddings are f***ing Irish shows.
That's pretty Irish.
I love it.
Forget about the McHenry McNulty. If all of your weddings are giant S shows, then you better believe you are Irish.
When you're like laughing and hugging one minute and then crying alone into your beer, yeah.
How so?
It's the Irish dancing and the beer drinking and the exposure of hidden family secrets.
Beautiful.
Cool.
That's what it's all about.
Do a little Irish jig for you right now if you wanted.
Oh, boy.
I would love an Irish jig.
She sounds like she's having a great night.
Would you consider yourself drunk right now?
Absolutely.
And tell me your feelings about Allie.
I 100% am full lesbian for Allie.
Listen to this.
Full lesbian.
Now, she is drunk. We should point out she sounds very drunk. She was about to do a jig a moment ago.
Yeah, but drunkenness brings out the truth.
You think so?
This is something that's in the back of her mind, and now it is at the forefront of her mind.
I talk to her all the time with Jeff. I mention her to Jeff.
You talk to her? You talk about her?
I talk about her, I'm sorry, to Jeff.
You know this woman, Allie?
No.
Okay, well, apparently she talks about you with someone named Jeff, and she talks about you with someone named Jeff all the time. So she's obsessed.
And I say, I'm kind of obsessed with Ellie. I always go, sweet divots, and I think, like, how she would smile, like, if I said that to her.
What?
She thinks about how you would even smile if she said that to you?
Maybe like this?
Whoa, Allie's hamming it up for the camera again.
Or like this?
And she, everyone gives her a hard time on the radio about being cheapo, and she's not. She's f***ing Allie, and she's hot.
All right, I just love a deal. She gets me.
So this woman,
I'm in love with her too. Let's do it.
Is really into you.
And I'm straight as hell, but like I might go like lesbian for Allie.
She's
starting to back. She's starting to back down a little bit.
She is kind of backing out of it a little bit as she says it out loud.
By the way, I'm 100% straight. But
straight as hell.
So that's where I am with Allie.
Do you think you would say this in the morning? If you're sober?
Tomorrow, yes, absolutely. Because I listen to her in the morning, and I tell Jeff all the time, I'm like, I love Allie. We go to Jake's birthdays, and he says, Allie might show up tonight. She doesn't. I get upset.
All right, so my next question is...
Jake, you pretend that we're going to show up to your birthdays?
I didn't pretend. I think Allie said that one year.
Oh.
I did.
So you tell other people that we're going to probably be at your birthday, so they go, and then we're not there?
Yeah, that's how I get people there.
Oh.
That's
okay, we need to go this year because that's sad.
That is sad.
If we call you, you can repeat this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, do you think, Allie, if we get this girl back on the phone now that she's probably sober, hungover from a heavy night of drinking and jigging, you think she will still say that she is into you sexually?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm into McLesbo.
All right, here we go. McLesbo is a traditional Irish name for sure.
I mean, just listen to how specific she was, Klein. Obviously, she's been thinking about this for a while. She has my facial expressions memorized. I mean, my goodness, that transcends drunkenness.
It's like a lot of people say a lot of things on St. Paddy's Day, and then the day after, they regret a lot of what happened.
Blank slate.
Let me hold on. This is, hey, Kat.
Hi.
Hi, good morning. Allie has a question for you. You sound like you had a night last night. Go ahead, Allie, whenever you're ready.
So, you said some things last night. Do you want to sleep with me?
No.
Oh. on.
Well,
But you're McLesbo.
Oh, no. That was such rejection.
Okay. Well, you do still think about me when you're sober, though.
Who's this?
Oh, come on.
Klein Alley Show. The world famous Klein Alley Show. KROQ. KROQ.
So contagious, you can't escape it. Festival fever has finally hit KROQ, and in about 5 minutes, you'll have a chance to get tickets to Just Like Heaven, What a Lineup, Vampire Weekend, Empire of the Sun, Block Party, TV on the Radio, and so many others. Group Love will be there. I'm just looking at this lineup. I haven't even read to the bottom of it yet, and they continue to blow my mind when they've released this lineup every single year. I know a new festival was just announced moments ago, so I'm sure we'll get into that with the ADD News. And be a part of KROQ's Festival Fever. You got to be listening at 9, noon, 3, and 6, and your first chance today to win those tickets coming up in about 5 minutes right here on KROQ. But first, this.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Vomiting in public is never a good experience, but some locations are better than others. For example, a random alley would be a good location, and courtside at a Knicks game would be a bad location.
God, terrible.
And that's what happened to Tracy Morgan at Madison Square Garden. And they even had to delay the game because he threw up all over the court.
I would argue that's actually a great place to throw up because you got all those guys standing around with mops.
With towels, I know.
Always ready to go. Clean up the sweats on the court. They're right there.
They had to clean it all up. They had to make sure he was okay, and he was okay. He said later that he had food poisoning, but a lot of people, when they saw this, were really worried because he's had some major health issues in the past. In 2010, he had a kidney transplant. Then in 2014, he was in a coma for 2 weeks after that horrible car crash. So I think everyone's thankful it's just food poisoning, but how embarrassing.
One time in my entire life, you spend most of your life, at least I do, looking at everyone sitting courtside at games. Super jealous. Very jealous. And one time in my life, in what was the greatest weekend of my life, I got a last-second call from a guy that came across 2 courtside tickets for a Clippers game. And he said that everyone had bailed and no one could go, and the timing happened to work out, and I said, I've never sat courtside in my life. I don't know if I'll ever sit courtside again. I didn't care about the Clippers. I don't remember who they were playing. I said, I'm going. And I sat there, and as soon as you get to the court, you feel awesome. But I spent most of the game very uncomfortable because I do feel
those tiny chairs.
At any moment, I felt like I was going to spill something and ruin the game. I was going to sneeze on a play.
It's very easy to interfere there.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be everything. I thought all I need for my life to be complete is that courtside experience. That's going to be amazing.
Can you smell the sweat of the players?
Oh yeah. I mean, it is actually. At the time, like Blake Griffin was on there were some really cool things that you witness happen, but you're right.
That story is not funny.
It's not supposed to be funny. It's just the reality of the situation is that I know, when I watch games now, I just can't, even when I'm sitting at Lakers games now, I look at everyone like, how'd they get there? Who's that person?
So you think that courtside but at an NBA game is the biggest sports flex?
Yeah, especially a Knicks game. At Madison Square Garden, Knicks game. Lakers and Knicks, I think those two teams.
Those are the biggest flexes in all of sports.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is being played?
I don't know.
Dropping pots and pans?
Almost playing with sound effects, I believe.
Sorry, yeah.
That's okay. Keep playing
Trying
around.
to find something.
It's like looking through your sounds.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to buy booze from a robot, it might be possible because some robots are opening up a convenience store. And I'll start by saying there's no booze at this one yet, but it is the world's first convenience store that is 100% robot operated, and it's here in LA. There are no employees. It is open 24 hours a day. They promise a safe and secure shopping experience for the robots and for yourself because you can't even really go in it. It looks like a giant vending machine that's about as big as a shipping container. So you can see everything that's in there, and you can download an app and then pick the product you want, and then you watch as the robot picks it up with its little tongs, or it might switch to suction cup mode, which is cool.
Like the claw machine?
Yeah. But it's like, you know how the robot made our drinks in Vegas?
Yeah,
it's
robot
kind of like
bartender?
that. Like it has a big arm and it's shooting all over the place and getting the stuff it
Weren't
needs.
those all badly made drinks for different reasons?
Yes, they were. But this is just picking up things and setting it on a counter.
Yeah,
and
I
then
get that.
and then you're paying and whatever. But the best part is, from what I can see, it's cheaper than a gas station.
Huh.
How much would you pay for a packet of Swedish fish at a gas station?
$1.50.
Oh, okay. I guess they're the same.
I don't know I couldn't even imagine. I would never buy that.
I don't know. I just assume everything's so expensive at a gas station.
No, I think gas station would be actually more. I think vending machine seems to be the most expensive, especially depending on where you find the vending machine.
Well, it's like $1.29 for a lot of these snacks, and I feel like that's pretty cheap.
I guess the benefit is you can't there's no robbery, right? Because if you go try to rob the robot, but eventually everyone knows with vending machines, if you tip them, shake them, smash
totally.
the glass.
I mean, think of how badly we have used vending machines and how badly we like the liquor store clerks and convenience store workers, like they're getting robbed all the time. And I'm sure it's just a matter of time before someone comes up with a sledgehammer and steals all those Swedish fish.
Yeah, the last few places where I would encounter vending machines on a regular basis now have signs where the vending machines used to be that said, because of constant robberies, we had to get rid of the vending machines.
Yeah.
You can't have good stuff.
So I thought Will Smith's new album and tour was the biggest music news of the morning, but the lineup for Lollapalooza has just dropped. And Klein, a lot of artists that you have vocalized in the last couple of weeks. Olivia Rodrigo will be headlining, Sabrina Carpenter as well.
Nice.
You have Tyler, the Creator, again. Rufus Du Sol, Luke Combs, A$AP Rocky, fresh off of his win from his trial, Gracie Abrams, Korn, and Doechii. And then you've got Cage the Elephant, you've got the Marias, you've got Joe, who we play in the morning, we've got Dominic Fike, Bleachers, Wallows. Obviously, the list goes on and on and on. T-Pain, Phineas. So we've got the lineup up at Klein Alley Show if you want to take a look.
All right, we get into a brand new hour of the show after this one from Radiohead. The very first thing we do is give you the fever. Festival fever will be yours. There's no escaping it. No fever, no chills, but we will give you access to Just Like Heaven. Every day it's a new festival this week, and you start your winning with us in exactly 2 minutes right here on KROQ.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning and welcome to KROQ just after 9 o'clock on a Tuesday. Hungover, perhaps. Busy day of drinking yesterday. Started with us bright and early. Quite a few people popped into the morning show office after the show to say, you guys sounded drunker than usual today. And we said, that's because we were.
He was like, that was a bit, right? And we were like, yeah, a bit.
Yeah, you guys did a good job of pretending to be drunk. And we said, that's right, pretending.
Goodbye.
Here we are today, though, the day after. I always believe the day after a holiday, a drinking holiday, should be a national holiday, but it's not. So here we are at work. And
even if the holiday wasn't a holiday?
Even if the actual holiday is not a national holiday, the day after should be. Forget about it. We don't have to give everyone the day off for St. Patty's Day, but the day after, sure.
That'd be great.
Also, 6 de Mayo should be an international day off. We've all argued about that as well. This hour on the show, we kick things off by getting you into Just Like Heaven. It's part of KROQ's Festival Fever. And then we will try to solve a problem that is becoming more and more apparent, and that is that everyone in the world apparently now suffers from something that is called decision fatigue. We are asked to make so many decisions on a daily basis, maybe more than ever before. I don't know why it seems like we're making so many more decisions, to the point where when you actually have to make decisions that matter, people just can't do it anymore. They're fully exhausted, and they cannot make important decisions because they've spent so much of their energy making all of the minute decisions throughout their day.
Well, I think because of the internet, we have so much more information at our fingertips. So when you feel like you have, like, even just buying something, right? The research process, being able to go in-store, online, compare prices. You used to just have to, you just stop by a place and there's the thing and you buy it.
Right.
Now there's so many ways to make decisions, and then when you have to spend your whole day making decisions like that, you become exhausted.
This hour we will bring you something called instant decisions. Doesn't matter what you're thinking about. Could be job related, could be what you're having for dinner later. If there's any decision that you're just too exhausted to make,
we'll do it.
We will make it for you. We have no skin in the game, so you're going to get just a completely unbiased answer, and that way you don't even have to think about it. Save your energy for more important things. And if you need us, you can slide in the DMs or text us, 800-520-1067, and we will help you with whatever decision fatigue you are currently dealing with something that we are calling Klein Alley Show Instant Decisions.
From people who don't make good decisions.
Yeah. We don't make good decisions for ourselves.
Exactly.
But we can make great decisions for other people. Let's say hi to caller 20. Which puts us in Marina Del Rey, and this is Ari. Good morning, Ari.
Hi, good morning.
You are caller 20.
I won?
You won.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Listen to that decision fatigue. The guy can't even celebrate properly. Just Like Heaven, you got a couple of tickets. You will be Brookside the Rose Bowl on May 10th. Congratulations. You officially caught KROQ Festival Fever, all right?
Lovely, amazing. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much. That is the excitement we're looking for to kick off a brand new hour of the show. If you'd like to win again and experience all the feels that guy was supposed to experience, well, you can call Nicole Alvarez. She'll have them for you again at noon, then 3, and then 6, and we'll do this all week long. Tomorrow, a brand new festival to share with you. Right now, though, some My Chem. Just like the Hershey. like to live forever? The elderly people have the secret because they've done it. They're living to 106, 107, 108, still speaking in sentences. Today we're going to meet this woman.
I've wanted to go on this ride for 104 years.
She turned 104, and she's going to share with us the secret to her longevity, because that's what happens every time an old person turns another year older. The news immediately, a lot of times multiple news crews knocking at the door, demanding the secrets from the elderly.
Yeah.
Let's pry any bit of knowledge we can get out of your little shrinking skull before you are no longer with us. And this woman is going to share with us her secret in a moment, and potentially, if we follow her advice, we can live forever.
Talk about or just tough decisions to make. You have to decide what you're going to tell these news crews every year.
Right, and are you going to tell them the truth, or are you going to lie to them, which is our theory, that they're setting us up for early death by giving us bad intel. It's time for Old People Secrets.
From chicken brain to drinking rain, not getting laid, they call me the barmaid.
They call me the barmaid.
That's right. Let's live forever with Sweet Dibbit.
Sweet Dibbit.
Time for some old people secrets.
All right, let's listen to this 104-year-old who's going to share with us some valuable intel, and potentially you too can live forever. And there are people that let us know. They keep track of all these old people's secrets by listening to the show. We try to give you a new one each week, and if you apply each and every one of them to your life, and sometimes they do contradict each other. Some people say, don't sleep your life away. Other people say, get 12 hours a day.
Eat healthy. Other people say, just eat Snickers and
hot
drink
dogs
Dr.
and
Pepper.
cigarettes. That's my secret, so here we go.
Evelyn Eels told me she wanted to feel like a celebrity on her special birthday.
Evelyn
and what
Eels
better way to do that?
Sounds like a fake name.
It does sound, if you're going to try to go ahead and fake an old person name, that's a good one. Who gave you permission? Whose insurance claim are you here for? Evelyn Eels. That's who.
And what better way to do that than to parade around her city on the back of a motorcycle?
Oh, cool.
One of those badass grannies.
I like the thrill-seeking grannies, like the ones who jump out of planes and stuff.
Yeah, she wanted to ride on the back of a motorcycle. So shout out to the person that was actually in the front of the motorcycle, who had her draped off of him or whoever, because that's the real challenge here.
The birthday girl has lived all over, from Illinois to Missouri.
I used to call them Arkies, and now I call them friends.
It's probably racist.
Does she mean Alkies?
I don't know what she's trying to say. I think she lives in Arkansas now, perhaps.
Oh, so she says Arkies?
I think that's what she used to say.
Hilarious.
But then it was canceled.
I'm just on cloud 9. I never wanted to come down.
Because I'm on medicine.
Yeah, well, the reality is that she does seem happy. And
Lucid.
And when she's on the back of that motorcycle, boy, she feels like she's really living.
That sense of humor and big personality is what brought dozens of family, friends, and community leaders out this afternoon.
You hear the people yelling at her, "What's your secret?" You hear that? They're already they're heckling her. They just want the secret, but she wants her moment. She wants her 15 seconds of fame.
I've wanted to go on this ride for 104 years. Loved it. Waved at everybody along the way. Everybody's parked aside the road to watch me go by, and
They're probably just terrified.
Everyone get off the road!
That's not what they're doing. They're just moving over for safety.
Oh, man. I mean,
hey!
Eel says she doesn't know when or why her love of bikes developed.
I have no idea. I guess I'm just a daredevil.
Advice she has for her other birthday twins out there?
Enjoy it when you have it. I don't know. I just don't regret anything I ever did, regardless of what it was.
She's so I have nothing else.
She's
Please
drugged up.
leave now.
Yeah, she probably also likes the feeling of that vibrating motorcycle between the
Well,
legs.
think about how much you shake as an old person.
Right.
And then thinking about how much you're shaking on a motorcycle on top of that.
Counterbalances. She's 104, too, so she's... Once you get to that, I mean, we've talked to a couple of 101-year-olds, whatever, barely making it into old people's secrets, but now she's in that sweet spot.
Live for the moment.
I asked the birthday girl what keeps her feeling as young as 26.
All right, here we go. This is the real answer now. Finally, they asked her the question with the loud engine
She said
revving.
26?
Why is she just throwing out 26?
I don't
Is that
know.
how old she is?
No, she's definitely not.
I asked the birthday girl what keeps her feeling as young as 26.
Well,
all right,
nothing, because I'm not.
We're going to get the answer in a moment. What do you think she says before we get to the official old people secret this week? What keeps her feeling as young as 26?
I feel like bikers, if she's hanging out with them, they're probably shooting pool and drinking beer.
Oh, like hanging out with the Hells Angels?
Yeah, totally. So I think that's what she's going to say.
All right. Omar, what is her secret?
She's going to say something lame like, be adventurous.
Yeah.
Yep.
See someplace new.
Jake, she's got a secret. It's the reason she believes she's 104 years old. What is it?
Laugh as much as you can.
Laugh?
Laugh as much as you can.
All right, let's find out what her secret is. She, once again, if you want
I
to
miss Vanessa guessing, by the way.
Vanessa, what's your guess?
Vanessa, what's your guess? I'm sorry.
Wearing leather while I ride my motorcycle.
Great guess, Vanessa. Let's find out if anyone's right.
I think Jake's
I've been
out,
widowed
guys.
for
Vanessa's
40
in.
years, and I don't have any children, and I drink wine every day.
Nice. I
she
love
loves
it.
drinking.
Franzia Chillable Red.
Franzia, boxed wine.
Franzia Chillable Red. She knows right where it is on the bottom shelf of the grocery store.
Man, the easiest one to grab.
Because she's already
her
bent boobs are down there
She
already.
saw it.
And I hope Franzia sends me a carton of wine.
She wants those free wine. I get it. Oh, there she is. No kids and tons of wine is her secret.
Dude, my grandma lived to 94 and she loved box wine. She had, I can't remember if it was Franzia, but it was boxed red Zinfandel, and she had it in her fridge every day I went there.
Must be something to that. I miss the good old days of being young and reckless and doing Franzia fast where everyone just battle it out to see who could finish that box of wine first.
Oh, yeah. I started mixing it with vodka, and that was a bad choice.
Yeah, well, there you go. If you want to live forever, boxed wine is the secret and no children. We'll take a quick break. We're back in a moment. Decision fatigue is affecting us all. If you have any decision you need made in your life, no matter how big or small, we can make it for you instantly. Call now 800-520-1067. Give away some Wondercon tickets as well if you let us make your decisions for you, and we'll do that next.
It's KROQ Festival Fever. We're hooking you up with tickets to a different music festival every day this week. I got a fever all day today. Listen at 9, noon, 3, and 6 to win your way into
Just Like Heaven, May 10th, Brookside at the Rose Bowl.
featuring Vampire Weekend, the return of Rilo Kiley, Empire of the Sun, Block Party, Group Love, and more.
We are always running for the thrill of it.
Courtesy of Golden Voice.
It's KROQ Festival Fever.
Keep listening to win.
Hey, it's your buddy Klein. Listen, if you've I'm not allowed to eat anything because I got to go get a procedure after the show. They got to do a endoscopy, colonoscopy, whole thing. So as a result, I've been starving. Little Allie is, oh, you're such a bitch. She brought in a plate of bacon. I can't eat. Oh my God, it smells so good.
I switch up my breakfast routine.
Oh, that smells so good. She just came in with a platter of bacon. Oh my God, that looks.
It's okay, Klein. I got you a water.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Vanessa just showed up with more food. You guys are such.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God, Del Taco!
You guys are all assholes. I know what you're doing.
Come in, Vanessa.
You're just trying to keep rubbing it in my face that I can't eat today. So I've never seen more food.
Oh my God!
It's like a whole box of tacos, a Fiesta pack.
No!
Thanks, guys. Great.
Hold on, let me see what's in here.
So nice to go into a group of friends the day before you've got.
Dude, Fiesta Fest.
I have not eaten. I'm so starving.
Oh man, they smell so good.
All right, thank you. Great.
Woo.
Thanks, guys.
Sorry.
Really
I'm
appreciate
distracted. I'm hungry.
Boy, a bunch of free tacos show up to the station. Everyone just rushes out of the studio. Allie's not even in here. It's unbelievable. I don't know if that's because she's a lesbian or she's hungry, but she... man, look at all that food. People say...
Tacos and bacon, baby.
Tacos and bacon. What a way to... It sounds like the perfect day if I could eat any of it. Thanks a lot, guys.
No kidding.
I do feel a little bad.
And I see pizza just arrived from Prince Street, which is, is one of my favorites.
Oh, my gosh.
God,
Klein.
that looks so good.
Look at this. If you're looking on the live stream, this is major food porn right now. And I'm not even a huge pizza fan, and this looks incredible.
This morning,
like 50 pounds.
This morning at 6:30, I have not eaten. I'm so hungry, ravenously hungry.
I think you're so weak that you wouldn't even be able to hold this.
I probably couldn't. They brought in a plate of bacon just to make the whole studio smell of bacon, which is a real dick move, by the way.
And it's a smell that lingers for a long period. Pizza smell lingers.
Then they replaced that smell by bringing in just bags and bags of tacos from Del Taco, and now they've
tacos, burritos, and chili cheese
look
fries.
Look at those pepperonis, man.
They've got the scoopy.
The box even says happiness. It's so funny.
So this is actually a new pizza too, and you probably know about this, but they did a collab. This is Prince Street Pizza. They just collabed with Hot Girls Eating Pizza.
I know.
And they launched the Hot Girl Pie. Listen to this.
I know, it's only on Sunday.
Diavolo sauce, pepperoni, fresh mozzarella, jalapenos, hot honey, pecorino romano.
Yeah, great.
And
looks great.
It will be available at all locations starting Sunday. And they've also launched a new not ranch.
Yeah, they don't do ranch.
Because they don't do ranch. Okay. But then this not ranch, all the proceeds, if you buy one, is going to go to LA Fire Relief.
I'm happy that people have started to turn on you. Now, at first I thought this was funny. Now it's just cruel. Bringing in pizza to rub it in Klein's face.
That's so funny.
It's not funny anymore. It's not funny.
I don't think I've ever seen you so mad and Jake so happy. Like the polar opposite of feelings. He's just having the best day. Me too.
I'm dancing.
Ow.
I can't even sit down. I'm so excited.
Do you think if I chewed a piece up and spit it in the trash can, that would count? Like, would I get... What do you mean no? Why, Vanessa?
Klein, you don't want to go through this again. Be strong.
Oh, man, that looks
It
good.
is really good, though.
All right, we got to take
It's
a break.
got that hot,
All right.
with the spicy and the honey.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Allie.
Damn.
Thanks, Prince Street.
And these pieces are huge. Look at how big
I
these
know.
pieces.
Thank you how big they are. This is the hungriest now I've been officially in my life.
Oh, my God.
That's awesome.
and science is now backing up this concept that if you are feeling tired and don't want to make decisions, think about the decision that everyone must make at the end of the day, which is, what do I feel like having for dinner tonight? And sometimes it's such a simple question, and maybe it's just whatever I have in the fridge, whatever leftovers I haven't finished off yet. But let's just say it's one of those nights where you're like, I am exhausted, I just want to order something or pick something up on the way home. And you cannot even make that decision because you just are completely spent. It's like you've exhausted all your decision making for the day.
Yeah, and I know as adults we make a lot of decisions throughout the day, but they can be little ones like, for example, I'm showering today. Do I wash my hair or not? Because maybe I can get a few more days out of it. I don't know. I got to weigh the pros and cons.
Of all of the issues affecting us, decision fatigue is at an all-time high. People apparently now are making more decisions than ever before and deciding things. Like, in some ways you would think, like I think about just driving around in traffic where usually you'd have to make some calls with your own brain. Like, do I make a left here? Do I get off the freeway?
Oh my God, or traffic jam.
Right.
And you're like, oh
but
my God.
Now people use apps, but then they use multiple apps to try to figure out who has the best route. And then they make a decision. Do I go this way? Do I half go Google Maps, half go Waze?
A little decision becomes a very complicated decision.
So we're making more decisions than ever. Everyone's feeling drained. A person that suffers from decision fatigue may feel tired, a brain fog, experience other signs and symptoms that are just mentally fatiguing to the point where when you actually have to make big decisions, you can't do it anymore. You're like, I'm out. I'm tapped. So that's where we come in.
It says that various sources suggest that the average adult makes approximately 35,000 decisions daily.
Jesus Christ. Allie decided on that outfit today.
Oh, this was a calculated decision.
Calculated.
I even looked in the mirror several times and said, yep.
And that's why some people, the people that are like, I'm going to get ahead of the game, I'm going to make some decisions for tomorrow, but I'll do it the night before.
Yeah.
It's actually a bad move because at that point, you're already tapped out. So you're making terrible decisions for the next day, like outfits or what you're going to eat or whatever. And now some people, they say, suck it up, Buttercup. Stop being such a pussy.
Well, and they say meal planning is one of the keys to a healthy lifestyle,
because
right?
you're making less decisions. That's the idea. It's like
you're getting the ingredients, you're prepping everything ahead of time, and you're not just going, hey, here's some random candy.
And think of like, what's his face over at Apple, Steve Jobs.
He's dead.
Well, he's dead now, right? He didn't make that decision. But when he decided he was going to wear the same outfit every day, he's like, I'm just going to eliminate one decision right out of the gate. So I've got more mental brain power to come up with cool iPhones.
Yeah, I know. And I tried that and it didn't work.
No, did not. You also didn't try it for very long. I think you gave up after the second day because you stained your shirt.
I tried it for a full week. I just didn't pick a great outfit.
All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and figure out some decisions that people need help with. And it doesn't matter what the topic, we will help you make them so you don't have to think about it. We'll start with Marissa. Go ahead, Marissa. You're on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All
what
right.
can we do for you?
So I got ditched by a friend, and now my decision comes to, do I go to Coachella weekend one alone, or do I take the weekend and go to Mexico? I don't know what to do.
Ooh, where in Mexico?
I don't care. Somewhere along the coast where I can just forget that he left me.
This was a romantic interest or a boyfriend of some sort?
No. Just a friend.
And you currently have the Coachella ticket? Like you already have the ticket paid for, et cetera?
I do.
All right, so you have the ticket.
Yes.
And Mexico, nothing booked yet at all?
No, but, it's not that far. So.
Do you think that you would potentially run into him at Coachella? Is he still planning on going?
No, he messed up his payment. I don't know.
Okay.
He came up with some excuse.
All right. This seems easy, Allie.
You go to Coachella weekend one.
Yeah, you already have the ticket.
You already have the ticket, and you're going to have a great time by yourself because you're not going to have to make any decisions when you get there with another person. Hey, should we go to this stage and see this artist, or should we go over here? You can make all of those decisions split second, and you're the only one in control. It's going to be great.
Being in Mexico by yourself, that could be bye-bye kidney. Being at Coachella by yourself, I wouldn't worry so much about that.
That's perfect for trafficking.
Right, so hold on 1 second. That decision was made. That's an easy one right there. I mean, because...
Don't pass up an opportunity to go to Coachella, because you can also go to Mexico the next weekend.
Go anytime. Go right now.
Mexico's always there for you.
Drive to Mexico now. But also, I was thinking about this, though. Traffic to Coachella sometimes is super annoying. And sometimes it is actually easier just to drive to TJ. So that's the one potential thing I had going for the Mexico thing. But right now, with the tariffs and everything else, let's go to Mexico.
Well, and you got to see Lady Gaga, Green Day. I mean, it's a great lineup, so you got to take advantage.
All right, let's say hi to Sarah. This is actually interesting. Someone is currently on the text line. In line right now. Guys, quick. Do I get a breakfast burrito with chorizo or a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel?
Bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel.
Oh, man, I don't know. Breakfast burrito is always the right call.
Yeah, but if you get a bad one, it's real dry.
Yeah, but if they have chorizo as an option, I would imagine it's going to be half decent. I do agree if you go to a place and they're like, we only have one type of breakfast burrito and it's sausage, maybe I would feel differently.
And then
but
it has like the clumpy potatoes instead of the hash brownie ones.
Listen, I'm just going to say this from experience now. Anytime I have gone away from the breakfast burrito option when that's an option, I almost always regret it. I don't always.
Yeah, but bagel.
All right, well, Allie's got a good point. Yeah, but bagel. Can't argue with that. Anthony.
So what's the decision?
Bagel.
We're split on this one, but I'm saying
Holy
breakfast
moly.
burrito.
Jake,
breakfast
you
burrito.
say bagel, right?
Breakfast burrito.
I say, yeah, but bagel.
Breakfast burrito.
We're both saying bagel, so
It's
we
a chorizo
overrule you.
burrito, dude. You got to get the chorizo burrito.
Omar,
you can
want
never
to
go
tie break
wrong
this?
with the burrito.
Tie break this, Omar.
Do they have a falafel?
Oh, you son of a bitch. Falafel. It's never the answer.
Come on, Vanessa.
Burrito!
Oh.
Thank you. That's the win. Hey, Anthony, go ahead. Instant decisions on KROQ. If you're suffering from decision fatigue, which is affecting us all, what can we do for you?
Yeah, I need to move to West LA. What's the best city and neighborhood in West LA to move to?
All right. Well, the
Well,
advice...
it highly depends on how much money you have.
Yeah. Oh, well, I actually think if you look hard enough, you can find something, because you can always find some sort of if you just drive up and down streets, eventually someone's going to have a for rent sign available. And if you just call and give them the right story and they just need you quickly, or you don't have a dog, or you don't smoke, they'll just take you in.
Well, I also thought that when I moved here, Culver City was like one of the best places to move in West LA. Because it's so centrally located, and I think at the time it was a lot more affordable. I don't know if it is anymore. But also, when I moved here, people who lived in Santa Monica loved living in Santa Monica, and they never wanted to leave.
Yeah, but then the bums kind of took over Santa Monica, and that became the first to fall in the zombie apocalypse.
Right.
I mean, the advice I was given, someone said, if you need to be somewhere kind of central, West Hollywood is great because it's super clean, because the gays keep it really clean, and they won't try to sleep with your girlfriend.
There you go, West Hollywood.
So that was the advice I was given. And,
Go there.
and I lived there for a while, and it felt good, too, because even horny gay men, no matter what you look like, I could always get hit on by a gay man, which made me my self-confidence go up at least temporarily.
And they're wearing great booty shorts, too, all year round.
Let's say hi to Sarah. Instant decisions on KROQ to combat your decision fatigue. What's up?
Good morning, Sweet Dibs.
Sweet Dibs.
So I need to decide on an outfit for the polar plunge.
Oh, you're going to join us.
I'm going to join you.
Are you going to jump in the lake with me, or are you going to sit on the side with Allie?
Oh, I'm jumping in the lake.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Love
man.
that.
Okay.
All right.
If
Well,
you weren't going to jump in the lake, I was going to suggest the leftover eagle costume I have. But I guess you could jump in the lake with that as well. You just might get electrocuted.
Look, everyone's been claiming, because this is part of my punishment, we are going to be heading up to the polar plunge. You can freeze your ass off with us, the Big Bear Polar Plunge. It's going to be a good time, and you can sign up now all over the place, but we've got the link up on our socials at Klein Alley Show. This is great, and we're raising some money for a good cause, and you can decide to jump in the lake with me or sit on the sideline and mock me with Allie. Choice is yours. I am being forced to wear... am I being forced to wear the underwear that I did my final weigh-in in, that leopard print underwear that you guys made fun of me for
That's the
wearing?
starting point, yeah.
And then, but then
I
also
thought a thong.
You thought a thong? Why did you think a thong?
or that Borat thing that he wore, that yellow.
No.
banana helmet?
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. No, the idea is.
Well, we're talking about it now.
No, we're not talking about it. And
Come
by,
on, the two of you
you gotta go Borat.
And by the way, Sarah's asking about her, not about me for a second, so let's focus on
Forget
Sarah.
about Sarah.
No, we're not forgetting about Sarah. She called for an instant decision. Sarah, I think the reality is if you're going to jump into a freezing cold lake,
You got to wear a onesie.
It's got to be the least amount. I think it's more annoying to have clothes on. I think it's less annoying to be as naked as possible.
Yeah, but it's funny when you run into a lake in a cow onesie.
Have you seen me naked? That's funny. Me naked is funny, Allie. No one's...
So are you suggesting she runs in naked?
No, I'm just saying whatever your level of comfort is, but I think having clothes on, getting out of a cold lake with clothes on, I think it's got to be worse than getting out of a cold lake naked. It's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So what, are you going to tell her to wear a wetsuit?
Wetsuit's probably good. Yeah, if you have a wetsuit, or I would just say a bikini.
Are you cool with standard bikini?
I am down for that.
All right,
and
great.
a tutu, just to make it interesting.
See you there. Yeah, I mean, you guys were trying to push everyone into dressing like vintage Klein. Everyone's going to mock my F and Kevin persona.
Yeah.
So, I don't know
then everyone would just look like a basic white bro. So we
Yeah,
want to
well,
be more fun than that.
You got that going for you, I guess. Quick question, Allie. This is a girlfriend of 3 years. Lease is up in 2 weeks. Wants to move in with me. What should I do? Instant decision.
Jeez, no, don't do it.
Really?
No.
Oh, we're split again. I say absolutely.
What?
If you've been with the person 3 years, you kind of know whether or not you like them or not. If you don't, end the relationship. And if
There's
you
a reason why they're holding out.
But she seems like she's ready to move in. So what's the point of... At some point, you go, we have our own places, and that's a mental thing. But the reality is we're spending most of the nights together anyway. So why don't you move in? And then if it's not going to work, you'll learn pretty quickly.
Okay, fine. Both of you move in with someone's parents.
That's a great move. There you go. Instant decisions. How's your decision fatigue? Better now or worse?
I think it's worse.
Oh, no. The guy
I have the opportunity to buy the Borat bathing suit here for $9. Should I do it?
Yes. Instant decision.
No. Instant
All
no.
right, Klein,
Instant no.
you're all set
It's
up,
an
dude.
Instant
Woo!
no. This is KROQ.
Nice.
We are the Klein Alley Show.
Smash that like button and subscribe.
What they said.
Yeah, we basic now. If you would like to join us visually, you can do that every single day as we are streaming on YouTube right now. Check it out, see what the studio looks like, see what it smells like. And after the show, every day we upload, so you can go ahead and recheck out parts that you may or may not have missed. Apparently, Allie had some wild hair today that was firing up all the people in the netbanger community. So anyway, we'll come back with your takeaways. Wrap up the show after the Ataris. KROQ. K-Rock, Klein Alley Show coming to an end for now. But fear not, Nicole Alvarez will be in here. 40 minutes nonstop K-Rock. Festival fever continues all day. Your chance to win again coming up at noon, then 3, then 6. And if you're just joining us this morning, shame on you. Where the hell you been? Tickets for Just Like Heaven is what we're giving away all day today. And then tomorrow it'll be a brand new festival. Fever continues. So be ready to call and be ready to win. Also, if you're looking for eggs and don't want to pay those high egg prices, we're giving away eggs for a year. You'll have another chance tomorrow to score that does, cuz every day this week, giving away a dozen eggs. At the end of the week, everyone who wins the dozen will be in here to battle it out in the egg extravaganza for a chance to win eggs for an entire year. It's a lot of eggs. That's a lot of eggs, and those will be yours at the end of the week. I mean, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of eggs, Allie. Think of all you could do if you really need to boost your cholesterol. This is the week for you, courtesy of our friends Albertsons, Vons, Pavilions. Thanks for hooking us up with that prize. And also Petty Claims Court returns. So if you're dealing with something, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, we can battle it out over the airwaves. You can join us in Petty Claims Court, give you a prize just for coming on the air. And all you got to do is slide in our DMs and tell us why you need us at Klein Alley Show. All right, takeaways. What do we got?
8:06, my takeaway is taking food out of a to-go bag is kind of hot.
Very hot, because you know you're about to eat.
817, when you're a nerd, you make money so you can be curly and cool.
That's all he had to do. Who knew? All Zuckerberg had to do was get curly and buy a gold chain. Now he's cool.
562, my takeaway is sex will devalue my comics. 818, my takeaway is get hit by a truck and maybe you too will not be able to shut up.
That was wild. You missed that caller this morning for Allie Knows the News. Right out of the gate at 6:20. I think she's still rambling.
Yeah, she's still talking to someone right now on set.
By an 18-wheeler and lived to tell the tale, and some of us wish she hadn't.
818, my takeaway is zombie chickens don't lay eggs. 909, my takeaway is DMV's employees aren't racist. They're just rude to everybody. 818, drunk goggles make you go lesbian for Allie. And 626, my takeaway is the best place to hide a beer is in your butt crack.
Yeah, we learned that from the great Bert Kreisher. Thanks for joining us today, Machine. Greatly appreciate you. If you would like to hang out with us, the Big Polar Plunge, we would love you to join us. Even if you just want to spectate, be good to hang out together. Head up to Big Bear. It's always nice. March 29th. Registration open now. Trying to raise some money for Special Olympics, which is a good thing, so you can feel good about yourself, and then you can feel even better about yourself when you mock me jumping into the lake. All right, what's your takeaway, Jake the Nerd?
Allie has Apple Watch money, and money can buy you some clean pants. Shoot a monkey.
That's right. Beautifully said. A lot of combinations there. If you don't know what we're talking about, you should listen to the complete show available wherever you get your podcast. Omar Khan, takeaway?
My takeaway is this.
I love the eggs.
That's right. Beautifully done. Allie, got a takeaway?
My takeaway is Earl Grey is a fancy hippie tea.
Apparently that is fancy hippie tea. Have a great day. Do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. Goodbye. Thanks for listening. Net Bangers, appreciate you as well. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.
That they feel that that you know they feel that
World Famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.